What's up, everyone? Welcome to the WAN Show. We're going to be talking about all kinds of great stuff, but of course, the big headline topic is that Intel Arc doesn't suck. What happened? I don't know how to make sense of this world anymore because it doesn't suck, and I'm excited, and it's not just me. People are actually excited.
The whole industry seems genuinely hyped
about building a gaming PC for the first time in flipping years. So I know we already made a 16.5-minute long video about Battlemage, but I want to
talk more.
I want to talk about Battlemage some more.
Time to yap.
Especially some of the observations that I've made about people's comments on it and about people's viewership habits on our other videos as a result. Don't look at the doc. He's trying to spoil.
No, I didn't. I opened a new tab. I opened a new tab.
Spoil all the things.
You're hurting the laptop.
And we're also going to be talking about LTT and Short Circuit. Have they gone too far with the clickbait?
Oh.
The world, it turns out, is not actually upside down.
What?
Unless you're in Australia. In which case, it's not news.
Is the thumbnail like good for them?
I think so.
Oh,
I think
cool.
they can see it better. What else we got today?
Oh, right. I'm supposed to do something now.
You're actually supposed to have the doc open and be looking at it.
Yeah, but you got mad at me, so you
didn't even have it open.
I opened YouTube. Okay. You can buy a car on Amazon. That's weird. And there's like almost no other topics. Blu-rays, Battlemage, buying a car, and then hang out.
The show is brought to you today by MSI, Vessi, and Squarespace, and of course, our laptop partner LG, our wrap partner Dbrand, and our chair partner Secret Lab. Why don't we jump right into our headline topic, which is, of course, Intel Arc Battlemage. Against all odds, it's great. Did you watch the video?
Yes. Well, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you watch our review of a GPU.
I was up at like 8 talking to you about it, and I reviewed the video.
Okay, well, I don't pay attention to these things. Okay. Intel finally
What
launched...
do you mean? We were talking about it.
I know, but...
How do you not pay attention?
Do you have any idea how long my week's been this week? It's been crazy.
I was really surprised you were up.
Yeah, well, I didn't have a choice. I've been up at the beginning of days. I've been up at the end of days. It's been a very, very hectic week. Yeah. Intel finally launched their anticipated Arc B580 GPU this Thursday, and across the board, reviewers and the public are impressed. Yeah. It is built on the latest generation of Intel's Xe architecture and provides a great value with 12 gigs of VRAM, outstanding 1080p performance, and even strong performance at 1440p. In our testing, it provided a 20% uplift over the RTX 4060 while undercutting the 4060 on price. At just $249, the card offers a compelling value if you can get one.
One note I will put out there is some other reviewers, we don't always test the same games. We don't always test the same games in the same way. Some other reviewers have found slightly different performance, like maybe the 4060 does pretty well in like some random title. Like if I remember correctly, Wendell said comparatively it did pretty well in Starfield or something. I don't know. Maybe just check out his video.
I mean, dozens of people are playing Starfield.
Yeah.
With that said, we don't necessarily choose games for our suite based on how many people are playing them. We have plenty of games in our suite that not a ton of people are playing.
It's benchmark well.
Because a lot of the time, you're looking for consistency and you're looking for games that represent something. So they might represent, okay, we need to evaluate Vulkan performance. Or if there's a particular feature we want to look at, like ray tracing, we need a game that supports various implementations of super sampling. We need this, we need that. So a lot of the time, the benchmark suite is not just down to what games people are playing, but it's down to what exactly it is we're trying to test. I'm
going to interject really quick. My flight back from France, when I was going to the bathroom mid-flight, as I was walking down the hallway thing, I have to go sideways, I saw somebody on a Steam Deck playing Starfield.
No way.
I knew it was Starfield because they were on a loading screen. When I came back from the bathroom, they were on a different loading screen. And I was like, yep. I really wanted to stop and like talk to them. Like, why? But I didn't. I just left them be. Anyways.
So Intel reference cards immediately sold out. Most AIB partner cards, which are priced around $10 to $20 more, are also sold out. Hopefully, restocks will happen soon. I have a short conversation with someone at Intel. I don't want to get them in trouble, but basically I was like, please tell me you have lots of stock coming, and I'm not going to look like an idiot for saying it's $249. We are expecting weekly replenishments on the reference card and working with partners to offer steady availability. I said, okay, you got to control the channel. Tell the boys, come on. There will be money to be made later. Don't f*** this up. We need momentum.
Seriously.
Passing that along verbatim.
Hell yeah.
I don't know that they have any power. I don't know that they even know anything. This is the janitor. I was talking to the janitor at Intel's graphics division. That's the only person I know there. I'm not important enough to have any high up contacts or anything like that. But what I can say is that
Janitor's a pretty cool guy.
I have said what I can to the janitor at Intel.
Works hard.
About, hey,
gets it done.
Don't get greedy here. You need to buy some market share. Your partners need some market share. Sparkle is not a relevant GPU maker.
Dude, there's GPU partners that are running away from NVIDIA. If you're nice to them right now,
be a valid option. But with that said, I mean, I'm telling Intel, don't be that nice yet.
Sure.
There will be time to make an extra $10. It will come.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
But you gotta control
Don't be nice
the channel
to them by hosing
now.
The buyers. Yeah.
Not now. Now is not the time to look at the market out there and go, oh, this card is priced attractively. We should fuck up the pricing and price it less attractively.
Just win.
Win the hearts and minds of gamers. It's really important right now.
You've got X amount of months until 5060 comes out. We don't know how long, genuinely. That card will come out, and then that's when, we'll see how you're doing.
Now, it is worth noting, EU viewers have pointed out that the card is being sold at the same price as the RX 7700 XT in Europe, which is a $400 card. The B580, it's good, but it ain't that good. That's another thing that Intel and their partners need to get figured out, is global competitiveness for this thing needs to be good. With that said, given they can't keep the bloody thing in stock, I can see how it's a lower priority, but guys, make as many as you can, please. This is in my notes. Pat Gelsinger's fasting and praying paid off.
I just opened this up.
Every Thursday, I do a 24-hour prayer and fasting day. This week, I'd invite you to join me in praying for... What is this? What am I even looking at right now? Hold on a second.
I don't really
For
know.
the 100,000 Intel employees as they navigate this difficult period. Intel and its team is of seminal importance to the future of the industry and the U.S. This is actually incredibly important. And I do want to talk about this later. And I have to say that I just want to shout out that I hadn't read this tweet yet, but I think some of Pat's tweets have been hilarious.
I haven't looked at it.
And I love that he's just out there tweeting about the company immediately after leaving. Dude, I want him back already. Can they just say, look, we were wrong.
Oh, wait. And Battlemage is sick. Maybe come back.
Can they Sam Altman this and just be like, bro, I'm sorry. Can we just have you back because we didn't get it? This is like the first thing that has come out that has actually been like Pat's vision start to finish. Actually, no, he came in after.
Little bit.
He came in a little bit after. But okay, so that's not the first thing. The point is that we are only now starting to see things that he actually really had a hand in. I mean, it has the same problem as politics, where you'll come in you'll set a bunch of things in motion. Oh, we didn't make enough quarterly profit. See you later, buddy. And then the next guy or gal comes in and it's like, oh, great job. All these products are doing so great. Let's count beans.
Oh, I'm inheriting this garbage heap. Time to work on that for fixing that for 3 years. Then I get 1 year maybe to reap some of the benefits of what I did. Then I'm out probably. Okay.
I'm just, anyway, I'm jazzed. Okay, what else we got to talk about? Besides the question of value, the other big question for ARC was game compatibility. While our testing was relatively smooth, except for Cyberpunk 2077 Ultra Ray Tracing, which crashed, problems are still present as many reviewers did encounter issues in a variety of titles. Apparently, Starfield is still a problem game for ARC GPUs.
I think that's one of the reasons why the 4060 did comparatively well.
That makes sense. So it might be good to wait a bit, let the early adopters help Intel sort out the bugs, but also looking at how dedicated Intel has been to improving their drivers on the first generation Arc Alchemist cards.
Yeah, that was actually crazy.
You should buy a product for what it is right now. You should not buy a promise, etc., etc., etc. However, I do believe that promises can have varying levels of credibility. And I think that if Intel were to say, we are very dedicated to improving the drivers of our GPUs, I would say that that is a credible promise.
And, you know, it doesn't always work. Starfield isn't new, and Arc GPUs, like, if I remember correctly, didn't even work in Starfield when it first launched. Wasn't that a thing?
I don't remember.
It was bad. Whatever it was bad. And it's still not good. So, like, they're not completely acing everything. Again, don't buy things on future promises. But if you know effectively like what games you and your crew play, and you can look at how those perform based on some reviewer that's probably checked it out or some number somewhere on the internet that you can find, you might be able to say, hey, this works for all the games that I play right now. So maybe that works for me. And then cool. Yeah.
Now I want to come into sort of a transition topic from that. And this is that my job is so much easier when there are good products and they're a great value. Like, do you have any idea what it felt like to wake up in the morning feeling like P Diddy? Sorry, to wake up in the morning, actually, that has not aged well.
No, it really
I was
hasn't.
just going for the Kesha lyric.
Okay.
Yeah, wow, yep. Shout out Kesha.
No, I don't, by the way. And neither do you.
I forgot that P Diddy is also Puff Daddy.
You
He's
caught
also
it yourself
Sean
this
whatever.
time.
Yeah,
Very good job.
I caught myself.
We're improving. You know, it happens over time. We work on it. We work on
Has
things.
she changed the lyrics?
We improve. we learn cultural references. Hard P. Sorry, Dot Justin said that. That got
Apparently the lyrics have changed. Kesha has announced, this is from August, that she will re-record her hit song TikTok, changing it from wake up in the morning feeling like P Diddy to wake up in the morning feeling fuck P Diddy. So that's something.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, she's highly relevant these days.
Yeah.
Anywho, the point is, where am I going with this? No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Yeah, her career, my understanding is sort of a sad story, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
The point is, I woke up in the morning with a 99% like ratio on a video.
Feeling like a respectable human.
Yeah, feeling like anyway. We didn't need an elaborate hook, you know?
Oh yeah.
Or a weird thumbnail. Or like
it felt good to watch.
A 3-day shoot, or you know, it just all we had to do was execute. We got our briefings. The labs team did a great job. The writing team did a great job. The production team did a great job. The editing team did a great job. The business team did a great job. We sold our sponsor spots. It was like a breath of fresh air. Like this machine.
It felt good.
This machine is built to survive anything. But boy, does it ever run better when tech companies make a product that anyone fucking cares about and wants to put in their fucking computer.
When you take out the like discarded kitchen grease and you put in some actual gas, and it's just like, oh wow, it runs nice.
Now we're cooking. Like, dude, it takes me back to years ago.
Oh yeah.
Like it is such a stark contrast. When I was sitting in script review, okay, and I was working on the intro with the writer for that video, and we were going through, and I was like, no, really. When was the last time there was a $250 GPU that anyone actually wanted to buy?
Oh, seriously.
Not that they were like forced to buy because there wasn't a valid option whatsoever. Like,
I think this is why a few different creators all included like 1060s and stuff in their reviews.
Like, because that was the last time.
Yeah.
It's been 5 years. Yeah. And like, I had this line that
is this the like mark that like the COVID era is over? Like,
maybe.
Like finally through
Dude,
it.
I had this line I put in the intro that I was like, almost half of the time
back to normal.
that Linus Media Group Inc. has existed.
Oh, that's rough.
There hasn't been a budget, like a value GPU launch worth writing about. There's been nothing. 1650 was like kind of okay, but they cut it down. It sucked. We knew we weren't getting the value that we could have gotten. Like, dude, like we've gotten like how many products in 5 years have we gotten that have blown us away with their value? Like, sure, okay, Oculus Quest series. You could make that argument, but what did you give up for it? Right? Like, it wasn't just, Intel's not asking for anything in return. Here's a GPU. Give me $250. That's it. We don't take your personal data. Just play video games. Yeah. You know?
That's what the review felt like. I think my favorite part was when you ran out of like positive things to say, so you're just like blah 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 or whatever. I don't remember exactly what you did, but it was great. I hadn't read the script, so when I was watching it, I was getting to that point, and I was genuinely like, I wonder what he's going to keep saying, because like I know what these graphs are, and then yeah, you were just like blah. I thought it was awesome.
Well, it's like I want that to be the case. Like, it's, do you know how unfun it is to whine about things? And you know how unfun it is to feel like a shot messenger sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Like, I remember the amount of flack that we took in the middle of like 40 series when we basically came out with a review of some card. I forget what it was. And we were like, well, realistically, in the current landscape, this is a deal. I don't like it, but it is. And we got pitchforked over it. And the number of people that were messaging me, DMing me, leaving comments, and they're like, Linus, you need to hold these companies accountable. You need to put pressure on them to lower the price. It's like, I don't have any power. I don't have that power. You think Jensen Huang is watching my video going, yes, Linus, how should we price our GPU? He doesn't care what I think.
We have to all try to work on it. But it almost doesn't matter when they're just selling it all to compute anyways.
It doesn't matter at all, because at the end of the day, I can whine about microtransactions. I can whine about overpriced GPUs.
80% of people buy them.
I can whine about a lack of innovation in the tech industry. I can whine about all these things. It doesn't matter as long as people buy them. Money talks. And at the end of the day, I'm not buying GPUs, so I can offer my opinion, and they might take it under advisement, but that's it. And so I'm sitting here going like, on the one hand, yeah, I hate getting shot as a messenger, but on the other hand, boy, was it ever nice to just upload a video with some really great news and have people be like, wow, good job. But that's the reason I'm bringing it up, is like, yeah, I think our team did an excellent job of executing on that video. But on the other hand, I want to make sure that we are giving the credit to where it is due, which is the great work that Intel's software team has done, that Intel's engineering team has done, and that Intel's management, however not present they may or may not be now.
Maybe other than the ones involving the removal of someone special. How
good the job, the people who have supported this project for this long.
Yeah, there we go.
Now, it's clear that this discrete desktop GPU would have been killed ages ago if that was the whole picture. Intel needs a GPU product for the data center. They need a compelling GPU architecture for their mobile devices. And that's what Battlemage gave them, because it made Lunar Lake, their latest mobile chips, it made Lunar Lake more competitive as well. They finally, and that's one of the reasons that hopefully, knock on wood, we are going to continue to see new architectures going forward. Celestial is apparently baked, so they're working on the hardware level stuff now. But apparently, the design is I think baked was the word that was used, but there was a little bit more nuance. Hold on. Celestial baked Intel. Hold on, I'm trying to find the quote. Tom Petersen confirms that Druid is already in the works and that the hardware level groundwork for Celestial, which includes architectural layouts and prototypes, is done.
Speaking of which,
wow,
Mr. Tom Petersen, Tab,
so exciting. Yes.
Fantastic job of communication around this launch. I didn't feel like there's been so many times throughout the years, like back when I used to do review stuff and even more recently, where you feel like you're, getting the wool pulled over your eyes, including in the past, just to, sorry guys, but give you a little bit of a rip from Intel.
Yep.
This time, no. He showed us charts where they lost. Because they're like, here's a huge amount of games. This is how it did. Sometimes it did poorly. Usually it did great. Cool. Like, it felt like I was getting actual information. Not I, we were getting actual information leading up to a launch that helped us understand what should be happening during the launch at all. Like, it was very open, transparent,
which is
useful.
Which is really helpful for us, because at the end of the day, we're going to figure it out anyway. Yeah. If your product sucks. So you might as well help us.
And I think Tap gets that. He's been around forever.
Yep.
And it's very helpful, I think, having his influence on things.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Because it's not like we don't want to tell the positive side of the story as well.
Yeah, we loved doing this. This was great.
We want to tell the whole story. And the more information you give us, the less time we spend just dicking around trying to find what you're trying to hide from us. And the more time we can spend working on crafting a message that helps communicate the product, because at the end of the day, that's what we want people to know. We want them to know what's bad about it, what's mid about it, what's good about it, which ultimately should be what you want people to know. That's how marketing is supposed to work.
I genuinely...
You're supposed to come to us with the marketing materials. We're supposed to read it, interpret it, test it, and then present that alongside our own findings to the audience.
Yeah.
And then they can make an informed decision. It's about informed decision making.
And so often it feels like a battle. And this time it felt like, we were on the same side almost. Like it felt like they were genuinely trying to help us make good content, which sounds like that should be pretty normal, but it's like super not. So anyways, I wanted to shout that out because I appreciate it.
There's a couple other kind of comments on this topic here. This is amazing. This is a direct quote from Adam Sondergaard from the writing team. This is the first full-blown positive CPU or GPU review that I've written in my 3 years here at LTT.
Did a great job of it.
Yeah, he did a great job. I mean, considering
you've only written
he's
negative
only
ones,
ever worked
you
with
did a great
lemons.
job of writing a positive one.
He's only ever worked with lemons. You give this man some lemonade, he's going to put that powder in the glass, he's going to stir it up. Delicious, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, after years of creeping price points, low part availability, and cool but expensive tech, I feel like it has broadly deflated interest in the hobby, which makes our job as content creators so hard. Do you guys think we want to reach for complex video concepts and you think we want to react to stuff on Reddit? No, we'd love to be making videos about cool new GPUs and CPUs and RAM and cases, cool stuff. That's what we want. I mean, people wonder why our content has diverged from a strict focus on PC hardware and building PCs. It's because there's nothing to make videos about and no one fucking cares.
Yeah.
Man, we've uploaded videos on how to build a PC recently that have just bombed because people don't care. They don't want to do it. But here's what happened immediately.
Oh, did those types of videos crank up?
Did you see the screenshot that I sent to the topic
cool. It's so
chat?
good for the culture.
Okay, watch this. Did you see the screenshot I sent to the approval chat? Okay, watch this. Okay, so this right here is a me not knowing how to use an iPhone. Hold on, where's the thing? The approval chat. Where's my screenshots? Here they are.
I like your watch.
Here they are. My little unicorn.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Looks like the Labs concept logo.
Here's the Arc B580. Okay, so this is the next day. And so we got obviously some recent videos upgrading my big brother's PC, rented an Airbnb to look for hidden cameras and some stuff. Anyway, the point is, here's as we go down the list, we've got how to build a PC, the last guide you'll ever need, some other crap. How to build a PC, the other one, the older one, the last guide you'll ever need. Immediately, It's almost like
Entry-level computers are good for once in years.
it's almost like it's a mistake to turn your entire product stack purely transactional. Price everything, feature everything for what the market will bear. It's almost like that's going to kill the enthusiasm for your products in the long term. It's almost like when someone comes in with something that's legitimately exciting, instead of just seeing everything in terms of total addressable market and optimized profit to expense ratio, blah, 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 blah. It's almost like you can create new customers by making something that's exciting and gets people talking, gets people looking into it, gets people exploring and wanting to learn. Thank you very much, Intel. And this is a really, really important thing that I want to bring up. Guys, Intel Arc is going to force the incumbents to react. NVIDIA and AMD are very likely to bring their cards down to a price that is competitive with Arc. Don't forget, when you're recommending a $250 GPU to a friend or building a new machine, don't forget who made the price point happen. We've talked about this so many times.
In my opinion, there's a value to that.
People root for AMD so that their NVIDIA card can be cheaper.
Yeah.
But now, Arc is not just like a crappy option that we hope will become a good option someday. It's a legitimately good
It's a solid option right now.
It's a solid option.
If I was building a computer for a friend or something in this price point, I would probably throw this GPU in. I might check what games they play, make sure it's going to run well.
Yep.
But, you know, you should do that anyways. We've just gotten a little soft on that because over the last years, basically everyone's just buying NVIDIA cards and they pretty much work in everything, which is cool. But it's not that much of a lift. If they want to play like Rocket League and League of Legends and something else, like, you're probably fine. Sweet.
Yeah,
if they want to play Starfield, just tell them, don't bother.
Steve J3D here in chat says, I just had somebody ask today about what NVIDIA to get for under $500. I told them to look for a P580. NVIDIA doesn't have real options under $500. Dude, $599 used to be like an Ultra card. Like that was a top tier card. That's
very high end.
That's now basically where NVIDIA starts having a valid option at all. Because I'm not counting these 8 gig VRAM cards, especially now that Indiana Jones and the what is it? What's the it's the Great Circle, right?
Suggestion from LG community in Full Plane chat.
Yeah, Great Circle.
Chewy, but
sorry.
He said, can you combine it with an APU and use that to handle older games that the B580 might not be good for?
Yeah, possibly, actually.
That's actually not a bad strat.
Because Intel does struggle a little bit with especially some very, very legacy games.
Yeah, but modern CPUs can probably handle
that. That actually ties me right back into one of the other things that I wanted to talk about here. I want to call out AMD. Where are current generation Ryzen 3 chips? Where are they? I understand people can buy a last generation chip or whatever in some ancient architecture or like a 2-generational chip for your value segment, but like, what the heck? You used to have value chips. You used to launch the entire lineup, Ryzen 7, Ryzen 5, Ryzen 3, like the whole thing was there. And also you had Threadripper for consumers. Remember that? Like, remember getting people excited about products and making stuff because it was really cool and because it would delight your customers? And while we're at it, where are your non-X Ryzen 9000s? Hello? We talk about this. I think it's an upcoming video, but we talk about AMD's shift in strategy, where they used to launch them at the same time, the X and the non-X variants, and then they started launching the X first and following up with the non-X at a lower price, but like pretty comparable spec. And now for 9000, X has been out for months. We have X3D. Where the fuck is the regular one? No, you can just pay for X.
We're doing a lot of Intel praise right now, but it wasn't even that long ago that Intel was the ones on top being big jerks.
Oh, 100%.
So like
just not even bothering to invest in R&D and make new chips with higher core counts. That's what allowed AMD back in the game.
And massively jumping prices and doing things like that. So it's like it's this like remember who got us here comment. A lot of it's like I will genuinely make purchasing decisions based around who's like currently.
Yeah, it's like, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
should never have brand loyalty.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you shouldn't let a brand influence your purchasing decision. It just means you should ask, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I mean, like,
Oh, dude.
the people that influenced the decision that you liked all those years ago might not even work there anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
This is a really good line in our notes. Instead of just producing enough to meet market demand, why don't you guys make something cool and stimulate market demand, please? There were some, Adam did this topic. He says, here's some good value products that we've
I was
covered.
talking to AMD with that last line.
Yes. Also just the tech industry in general. But
Intel just did, is why I clarified there.
Here's some good value stuff that we've covered. 2024 Mac Mini.
Yeah.
If you ignore the expensive storage upgrades, but that is
Totally.
a legitimately exciting product. I am legitimately excited about the 2024 M4 Mac Mini.
Mac Minis have oddly been pretty good, but yeah, especially 2024.
Oh man, his other stuff, honestly, Adam, I don't know. I think you're reaching. You've got the modern tech dystopia perspective here, because he's got the X3D chips in here, and they're exciting, but they're like really expensive. MetaQuest 3 VR, yeah, we talked about that, and also Pixel A series ? Like they're just, man, there hasn't been.
There really isn't a lot. I tell this story all the time, but like when people point out, like, oh, a lot of the stuff that goes on LTT channel is just like entertainment stuff these days. It's like, yeah, it used to be really easy, and now it's really hard. Now the writing team, production team, all that kind of stuff, has to make stuff interesting. Before, stuff was just interesting.
Yeah, and we
stuff
could just
like
talk
this
about
Intel card would just come out all the time, and it was like, oh, sweet. I don't know, throw it on a bench, play with it a little bit. Yeah, it's great, sick, cool.
Yeah.
See ya.
Your
Like,
games
it was
run
just
faster.
So easy.
There's no downside.
Yeah, nice. And then now it's like, oh man, okay, we got. I don't know. I'll do some, I don't know, whatever thing.
I see people complaining that we
Completely
don't do enough GPU reviews and CPU reviews
There aren't
anymore.
any!
Like, what are we supposed to review?
Where are they?
Like, we get a new family of GPUs like once every almost 2 years. What am I supposed to do with that? I can't keep reviewing it. If I did, you'd ask why I keep reviewing the same GPU. I don't make GPUs. I don't make GPUs.
They don't come out that often. That's the 4060.
That's a year and a half ago.
If we look at the 4080, it's 2022.
That's 2 years ago.
November, so it's even slightly more.
We still don't have a 5080.
Yeah. What do you want us to do?
2 years. And the prices don't even come down.
So someone in chat, review it again.
No.
But yeah, so like, okay, back in the day when it was like 8 months between GPU cycles.
Oh, yeah, that was a long time ago. Though.
Yeah.
That was before we were even in media, but
Fair, but still,
annual cycles were nice.
it's a little easier.
Annual cycles
Now
were
when
nice.
it's every over 2 years, like it's I don't know when it's going to be, but it's going to be over 2 years considering we just saw it's already been over 2 years. What do you do in the meantime? And when that's happening to every vertical,
Yep.
and when a lot of other verticals just feel like they're kind of maturing out a little bit,
And like, to be clear,
I don't know.
I feel like our team does a really good
they do a
job.
great job. Fantastic job. They're killing it. But it's so hard because you have to create the concept instead of just having cool things. Like we would walk into the office and there'd be a pile of interesting things in the corner
Yeah.
every day. It was just like, oh, okay, sick.
Yeah, we'll have to prioritize which cool, interesting thing
Yeah.
to talk about.
That is not the problem anymore. Oh man. Anyways,
Dan, we've done 2 topics.
Okay, thanks. I'm a little swamped.
Oh. What? Are you getting merch message inundated today? What's even going on
It's
today?
been 40 minutes and I've had 200.
It's been 40 minutes?
that's a wow.
Wow.
Do you?
Look at us go.
Hey, it's WAN show. I can dance all day.
Is it just because we're close to Christmas and people are trying to get stuff?
look at the top banner of the site.
Precision multi-bit screwdriver bit sets and end
Commuter
caps are
backpack.
restocking.
Oh,
Back orders are live now.
Oh.
please help.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do a couple merch messages then if you've done 2 topics.
That makes sense.
When's the mod mat coming out? There's my merch message.
New Year, I think.
Okay.
Luke asks.
Sorry, go for it.
When's the mod mat coming out? Hi, LLD. Great to see the precision screw. Nope, that is an incoming. Sorry, I'm losing it. It starts exactly the same. Hey, LLD. Just wanted to say the MCM product suite is phenomenal. Finally had a chance to redo my setup when I moved, and I couldn't be happier. What's next in that product category? I need more.
I think we're working on a smaller power brick holder. Like for like little tiny power bricks. The current one is a little bit tricky to use on really, really small stuff.
Okay.
I believe we're working on, I think we're in the early stages. It may never see the light of day if it doesn't reach our quality standards, but I believe we're in the early stages of like an arch with like a flexi middle.
Whoa.
So that you could kind of stretch it out and have it be like flatter, or put it together and have it be like taller. Oh. It may not end up making any sense. I know that we are. What else are we working on? This is cool. Now that I've been promised that this will be coming very, very soon, even though I've been asking for it for like 2 years.
Could you like bungee between 2 magnetic ends?
I don't know. Maybe.
Then you just take one end off to access the cables and put the end back on.
That would be very complicated tooling. I don't know about that.
Okay.
Maybe. It's a cool idea. One thing that I know is coming is we create all kinds of like cool 3D printed internal tools and holders and adapters and all kinds of cool stuff.
Holders
like sick. We have for the little quarter 20 threaded power bar holder, MCM like magnetic thing. We have a little screwdriver holder that can go onto it, and then you can just like put your screwdriver into it. And so I've been just super irate every time I see stuff like that, and I'm like, yo, why don't we share any of this with our community? So we are finally going to be publishing like a repo of just like all the cool stuff that we design internally.
LTT store like maker add-ons.
Not even, because a lot of it's just like stuff we just use internally that has nothing to do with maker, like our CPU holders and stuff like that.
If you're 3D printing it, isn't it like maker to a certain degree?
Yeah, sure, I guess so. It's just
your Sonos wall holders are up there.
Yeah. So we are finally going to be publishing that bloody thing.
I love the idea of like, I lost the little plastic thing my CPU came in. I can 3D print a new one.
Yeah,
like, that's sick, and we have those, and they're awesome.
Yeah, and they're already designed. So yes, we should definitely do that. Tynan's apparently in the chat right now, and he says possibly ? So I have no idea what that means, but keep up the good work, Tynan.
No, that was to the bungee thing.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
But he said that before you said. What you said.
A big part of the like MCM line is going to be our cables to go with the cable management stuff.
Yes.
I'm very excited about our cables.
Please.
Dude, the quality.
Yes.
The quality.
Yes. I've been overdue
excited
to kind of modernize a little bit. I'm still on type A for a fair amount of things, and it's not too much, but a fair amount of things, and I've been waiting. Dude,
they are someone, I don't know who, doesn't matter. Someone's going to cut them open, and they're going to be like, damn. They're quality.
Nice.
Yeah. Quality inside and out. I'm really excited about them. All right.
Damn.
All right, I got one more, and then we'll do some announcements.
Okay.
Got the OG screwdriver. Happy to get the stubby and precision. Just started a new job. Any advice how to help myself stand out and become more valuable for the company?
Man, okay. I got some shameless advice.
Why is it shameless?
Because a lot of people, I think, are too modest, and they feel awkward about sort of
claim your work,
pumping up their own achievements. When you do something that like goes well, talk about it. I think that's honestly one of the biggest issues that I saw, like back when I was at NCIX, right? Because like as the CEO or chief vision officer, whatever roles I've had here, I have a lot less visibility into
not too much
every single person is doing.
Yeah,
and it's a very different perspective. And then being like a rank and filer at NCIX, I had my sort of bottom up perspective. And what I will say is consistent between both of those perspectives is that whether it's the individual contributors that are working for me or whether it's my peers that are working for the company, is there are people who do great work super quietly, don't stand out, don't point out anything good that they do,
and
they
can
don't
possibly get passed up.
They don't get the recognition.
Sometimes they do.
Sometimes they do.
But often they don't.
But that relies on their boss to be kind of awesome and
Yes.
pay attention and be on top of it. And let's face it, come on, folks. Is your boss awesome and on top of it and always paying attention to what you do in like a positive way? Don't, Dan, don't answer that. No.
Luke just said, no, I did not. I like working with Taryn. Leave me alone.
So that's what
That was such a bait.
that's what I want you to do. If you think you're doing a great job, then I want you to make sure that you tell people about it. Make sure that they know. Don't be boastful. Don't let it be constant. Just slip it in once in a while, especially if there's someone higher up the rung present. And if you don't think you're doing a great job and you don't have anything to talk about, then kind of maybe figure that out.
Find something good to talk about.
Yeah.
You also don't want to, you don't want to be annoying. It shouldn't be the only thing you talk about. But bring it up. Claim your work.
Oh, and this is actually really great. Disorderly says, when I did tech support, one time I went on vacation and my boss volunteered to do my job. When I got back from vacay, she gave me a raise. That's actually a really key point as well, is take your PTO. Take your time off and make sure that by the time you take it, because it sounds like you're in a new job, so you might not be eligible for a little bit, make sure that by the time you take it, you're hard to cover for. That is impossible to ignore. If you take your time off and the team...
Why would you say that?
What? No, not put obstructions in the way.
That's 100% how a ton of people are going to take that.
That's not...
So many people.
That's not the way.
So many people.
That's not the way. That's not the way.
He means be so good.
Yes.
Not like don't do documentation or whatever
nothing.
else.
The company
Let's
doesn't.
get off this topic.
The company doesn't implode when you take a day off.
Let's get off this topic.
If your manager notices that you're not doing documentation or that you're not doing good documentation, you might just get fired for that reason. So be careful.
Yes.
And just be difficult to replace because you're good.
So take your PTO and be in a position where when you get back, people are grateful to have you back.
Yes.
Because they're like, man, I don't know how we do this without you. That's what you want people thinking about you.
It's very annoying when AJ goes on vacation.
Because he doesn't document anything?
Because I get messaged all the time. And I'm like, ugh.
That means
Where's
he's doing
AJ?
work. That means he's doing
It's
work.
like, oh yeah, he's like
that's good.
doing whatever he's doing. Don't note that, Matt. Ah!
Jojo Webb
Matt's really
says,
good. He doesn't need to do anything more. Matt's doing great.
Jojo Webb says, okay, I'm going to unplug our company server and go on vacation. Thanks for the tip.
Luke, you give such great advice.
What?
Oh, man.
Giving Luke pre-TSD? That's pretty funny.
Okay, what are we supposed to be doing, Dan?
Merch messages.
Oh.
We only did one, though.
Wait. We never explained merch messages. Leave a merch message. You got to go to LTTStore.com. We don't do just throwing money at the screen. We do throwing money at high quality products and merchandise and getting them in the mail. And also you can throw money at the screen and get your message on the screen. Send it to producer Dan, who will okay, it's working now. Who will reply to it or forward it
say, when
or
he realizes that you haven't explained merch messages yet.
Or curate
I think
it for
people
us.
understand how merch messages work.
Some of them do. Hey, we reach new viewers all the time, Mr. Besser.
Yeah,
I think.
absolutely.
There's a new tech enthusiast born every minute, and we're going to get a merch message from him.
Especially from Intel, apparently.
Especially, yeah. Oh, dude, thank you, Intel, for... I mean, I remember when I was back at NCIX, like, my old boss, Jack, was like, yeah, I mean, the entire industry basically lives or dies by Microsoft and Intel innovating on a cycle because new Windows, boom, explosion in PC sales, new Intel processor. Everyone else is just sitting, waiting with bated breath for them to release something new that's faster and better, so that people need RAM and motherboards and graphics cards and okay, well, I'm spending anyway, I'm going to get a keyboard and mouse. And like, we've been without a driver. The bus has just been cruising down the road with no driver for years. We need someone to drive it. And it's like, Intel sure as heck not doing it on the CPU side, but dang it, the GPU division stepping up, and I'm loving it. All right. Dan, what are we supposed to be doing now again? Announcements. Yes, announcements. Float plane merch stream.
I thought we weren't supposed to have 5 of these.
Yeah, why are there so many announcements? Well, some of them are quick.
Okay.
Available now. The floppy disk notebook. Save all your precious notes on the floppy disk notebook. It's a blank page notebook with terrible pages. Rippable. They're good. They're not terrible. Why do they even let me pitch the product?
This one has notes in it.
It fits in across. What? Sorry, what?
This one has notes in it.
Who wrote that?
It's like
Notes are not included.
Plate power breakfast. That looks
lunch,
like
and
Sarah's
dinner.
writing.
Oh.
Anyway, it fits in a crossbody bag or even a jacket
like
pocket
good meals.
with ease, and comes with 200 perforated pages for your convenience. Terrible pages. Designed by the lovely Sarah Butt. It is available in gray or teal. You can get it now at lmg.gg/floppy. What else we got? What is this? An announcement a ton of you have been waiting for. Underneath the table, there's a stocking.
What?
Oh.
It's like not close to Linus at all, laying on the ground. Oops.
What the?
Oh.
Restocking. That's right. The bit set. There you go. The case and precision bit set for the precision driver. Okay. And the end cap set, which has the different profiles of end caps, the convex, the flat, and the concave. They are finally restocking, but you already know that because we spoiled it 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Back when we launched these in September, we couldn't imagine how much y'all were going to want them. You literally sold us out in 72 hours, which we appreciate. So we ordered a lot more, but who knows? They might go fast again, so we'd suggest getting them while you can. The case with 60 long reach bits, a detachable hinge and convenient magnetic parts tray, and an adapter, so you can use these bits with the regular LTT screwdriver or really any other quarter shank screwdriver, is available by itself for $29.99 or in a bundle with the precision multi-bit screwdriver, which saves you $10 compared to buying both separately. Everything is available for order at lmg.gg/bitset, so you can get that stuff there. Get the combo or get the case. What else do we have to announce? Is there anything else? Okay, this says watch video. Is this going to be like weird and awkward again?
Are they giving us a full-length video? Or?
No.
What are we looking at here? Okay, so watch video.
Oh, it's 42 seconds.
Are we good?
Fine. Do we have audio?
Is it this one?
I don't know.
Yes, it is this one.
It says watch video. I'm watching a video.
Oh, no. You're going to watch.
We're watching 2 videos?
That's the wrong video.
This is the wrong video.
Which one are you on? Oh, that one. No, that's you. Oh, yeah, go for it. I don't know. There's
Do we have
so
audio?
many videos. Yeah, I'll do audio.
Okay.
Let me see. Linus is not playing audio. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, heck yeah.
So I think we should make this our next merch idea.
Sick.
I'm Linus, and I would like to say, yeah, that looks like a good idea. I drop things because I'm a silly guy.
Are you going to take more suggestions from the Floatplane live stream? I'm Luke. Chicken.
Yeah, that's what you suggested last time.
Oh yeah, we did. I'm Linus, and I'm always late to WAN to make Luke and Dan mad all the time.
I'm Colton. The business team would be excited about this initiative as it aligns with our strategic objectives and KPIs while raising stakeholder value. By leveraging this opportunity, we can drive incremental...
Join us
December
19th at 10 a.m. and make your suggestions for what we should be designing. See you there.
That was great.
What are we even doing?
Every time I'm featured, they just say chicken a bunch of times. My goodness.
Okay, so Sarah's going to be doing
stop talking about chicken.
a float plane live stream designing, I guess it's a shirt?
Another shirt.
A shirt, okay.
And it looks
Cool.
like maybe it's blue this time?
Okay.
Like a light blue?
Neat. All right, float plane. So
Let's
exclusive
go.
stream, exclusive shirt. And there's one last big announcement.
There's a suggestion thread for the themes. I suggested a float plane in a hangar, and the hangar is Creator Warehouse. But maybe you can beat my suggestion. Leave it on float plane.
I think they can beat that suggestion.
Probably.
I think they can beat it.
Probably.
I mean, they're float planers. I'm sure they can beat it.
I tried to leave like
They beat it every day.
we're just gonna move on. I think. One last announcement. One last big announcement. Is it another video?
It is another video.
My goodness.
I will play that
this
video.
one's on YouTube.
No, I am playing this one. I
You're
believe.
playing it.
Yeah, I never
Okay.
go, whoop.
That's Dan. He's a player.
I got the backpack Riz.
Oh my. Oh, that looks like someone designed it to fit the tech sack. Oh.
Wow. This looks like a professional company made it.
Oh my.
Wow, that glasses shot though.
Yeah. Yeah, I know where that is.
Two external water bottle holders. Let's go. Man, the team has outdone themselves. Oh, the price.
Oh.
We just announced the price apparently.
Oh. It's in the description of the video too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I saw, dude,
Of the unlisted video that is.
I saw so many people, Luke, when we first started teasing the commuter bag, when we talked about it on WAN Show, being like, okay, I'm hoping it'll be like 150 to like 180, and then I'm like all over this thing, and dude, it has been so hard for me.
Chat's saying good price.
It has been so hard for me to sit here and not be able to tell them
Okay.
$149.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Good price. People are saying good price. Okay.
oh, dude, no, like
This is huge. W price.
oh, dude. There was a Reddit thread a while back where people were like, "There's no way."
Dang.
You're hoping for a dream.
A dyslexic stoner 240 said terrible price, could have done 149.97. So
What's 97?
you're 2 cents too high.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll do better next time.
Dyslexic stoner, you should have played into the joke and done. You could have done 149.99.
Did we announce when it'll be available? Was that in the thing? December 26th. December 26th, Boxing Day here in Canada, which is kind of like what used to be our Black Friday.
You can sign up. There's a site, lmg.gg/commuter.
And this is really important. If you're interested in the commuter bag, you should go sign up now for the launch notification, lmg.gg/commuter, because at launch, for a very finite something, we are doing something we have never done before with a new product launch on LTT Store.
Oh yeah.
And you are going to want to know right away because
Oh, we're not telling them.
because it's finite.
I don't even know what it is.
Finite means not infinite. So it's limited.
It's outside of finite.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's out finite. Yeah. Don't let your friend be finite while you are out finite. Wait, infinite. No. The point is sign up for the thing.
Yes.
All right. Finally, fire poll.
What is that?
It's a poll that's fire.
Oh, no way.
WAN Hoodie V3.
Whoa.
There are two options. Dan, can you help the people? Can you help the people respond to the poll? So let me explain. Let me explain before you publish it. Tell me before you publish it because I want to explain.
Yep.
There's two different possible vibes for the upcoming WAN Hoodie V3. This one is more like the original sort of WAN hoodie, the V1 and the V2. It's got the orange accents with the gray on the black. That's cool. It's also got just an updated design. It's very similar fit to the older ones, but a little bit updated. It doesn't have the same sort of bunching in the sleeves, so it's a little bit easier to kind of roll up.
Nice.
So there's a few little nice to haves. It's covered in pockets, all the things that you love about, WAN Hoodie. But here's the thing. The WAN Hoodie branding is not orange and has never been orange.
The WAN branding.
Yeah.
You said WAN Hoodie.
Yeah.
The WAN branding.
The branding for the WAN show has always been kind of red. It has never been orange.
Yeah, like not these bars on the side of merch messages.
Yeah,
He's talking about the logo over there.
This here.
Yeah, because that thing under it is
There.
Yeah.
The hexagon, the bestagon that's down there.
Yeah.
So that's...
B8 to C25.
Did we do that on purpose, or did we just screw up?
No, the WAN show branding has just always been red.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is actually more true to the WAN show. They are the exact same hoodie. The only difference is that this is actually based on the WAN show colors. And this
is gray and red.
Is
not black
more
and
like
orange.
the black and orange, WAN hoodie colors. So Dan, go ahead. You guys are going to decide. We're only making one of them.
So we got red and orange.
Yes.
Okay, I'll do 2 minutes.
Okay, here comes the poll.
Somebody was asking for a Firefox option.
I did Firefox poll.
Okay, show results. All right, so we're gonna let you guys.
Then cook
fester on that for a little bit, and then okay, what should we do in the meantime?
I think we're out of announcements.
Oh yeah, finally.
So we could do another topic. We could do a merch message. One more topic.
Yeah.
There isn't a lot of topics. We might want to hit a merch message.
Whatever you want, Luke. Whatever's good for you.
Let's do 2 merch messages.
Sure. Linus, Luke, and Dan, with Meta offering the option to reset your algorithm, should YouTube also follow suit? Maybe end the brain rot once for all.
I don't think that'll end the brain rot.
No, it won't end the brain rot will happen again. I actually had a conversation with my son last night because he watches a little bit more YouTube than I'd probably prefer. He's at the age now where, we don't want to just because I could just lock how much he can watch it or whatever. But he's getting to the age now where these need
to get him to make decisions.
These need to be conversations. These need to be decisions that he makes. And it's like the analogy that Yvonne was drawing when we were discussing, just parenting strategies was like, it's like when my parents told me I couldn't date. The only difference was that they just didn't know.
Yeah.
Right. And so we have to accept that at a certain point, kids are going to not listen to everything you say, and you've got to arm them for that, right? And so one of the things that I was talking to him about, I pulled up my Google News feed, and I basically went, so here's the thing. It takes a ton of discipline, but you can actually tune these algorithms because a lot of the shorts that he's getting fed, it's shorts in particular that are kind of worrying because he's been watching more shorts. And a lot of them are pretty kind of educational and sciencey. So he's actually been doing a good job of what I asked him to do, which is, hey, if you're just watching,
cool.
brain rot on YouTube, that counts as screen time. You need to talk to us about it. But if you're watching educational content, I don't mind. You can do that whenever you want. So he's actually been doing a good job of tuning the algorithm a little bit.
There's so much really good educational content on YouTube too.
There really is.
Yeah.
But he's also clearly still getting fed brain rot garbage.
Right.
And so what I did was I pulled out my phone to use as an example to show him hey, look, if I'm looking at news if I click on something about the Royals or whatever, it's going to be full of just gossip bull spit for a long time. And if you are super, super disciplined, you can actually tune these algorithms to feed you really good content. And so I showed him, I was like, look, okay, we've got sort of politics, world events, tech, we've got like all the things that I sort of generally follow, and without exception, there's actually no junk in my newsfeed anymore. But that takes a long time, and I know because I just had to retrain it because I switched from my work account to my
X.
Sorry.
Unless you're on X.
Oh well, yeah, sure.
What happened to the poll?
Oh, red one.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't even close. It was 69% red. Nice. Anyway, so back to the conversation around just algorithms. I think that it would be very beneficial to be able to reset it, right? But to Luke's point, having gone through that process very recently of retraining mine because I switched from my work account for my Google account, like my main Google account on my phone, to my personal account. And the reason I did that was because there's certain functions that don't work in Google Assistant if you have a Google, what's it called? Google G Suite, if you have a G Suite account. And I just got tired of just like stuff not working. And I was like, finally like, okay, fine, I'll just retrain this piece of garbage because my news feed sucks on my personal account and was like real finely tuned on my work account. So it probably took me like 3 or 4 months to get it to the point where I've retrained my brain to not see ads in the feed anymore because my work account didn't have any, and my personal one does. So I had to train my brain, and then also trained my feed to not give me garbage that I don't want to read. The other thing that typically ends up is like science, especially like astronomy science and like material science. For some reason, I've clicked enough things about like lithium batteries that it's like, oh, hey, there's a new graphene, whatever. And like, are you interested in this? So I end up with a lot of that stuff, and it takes a really long time. So I think it's a double-edged sword is the bottom line answer to this. I think it could be a really good thing if you feel like things have gotten a little bit out of control and you like want to do a breather and reset. But I also think that you could be better off if you have the discipline retraining it yourself. So we kind of had a conversation with him about like, yeah, this is a feed that can be useful, but it actually takes so much more discipline when things are just kind of being served up in front of you compared to going out and seeking content like the way that we used to. So I don't know how much of this is going to stick. I don't know how much of it's going to sink in, but trying to have these conversations.
It'll come and go a little bit too.
I've
talked about this on WAN Show before, but one of my favorite lines about this is like, life is constant PvP. And I think sometimes people get lulled into thinking that it's not, and that's like actually dangerous. Like when you're randomly scrolling things, there's a war going on that you're not necessarily super aware of, and it's trying to learn about you, trying to learn about what's going to keep you scrolling, trying to learn about what's going to get you to buy something, trying to learn how to, all those different things. It's constantly analyzing. It's trying to tune for you. You need to be aware of that.
And I like to think that my kids, take me seriously as not just like some, okay boomer. Like part of the conversation too, it was actually a bit of a longer chat, and it was like, look, this is not fear mongering. I work in this world.
Yeah.
I live and breathe this world. I go to conferences in this world where I look at graphs about this world, about engagement, retention. That's all they care about. You are just a number. And I think that's something that people in general, never mind just kids, can't necessarily be expected to wrap their brain around.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You are just a number to an organization like Google. You're for sale. You can be bought.
You're even just a number to a lot smaller organizations than Google.
That's fair to say.
Just because they're at the top of the mountain doesn't mean they're the only ones on the mountain. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Langley Man says, I'm not a number. No, we know you, Langley Man.
You're definitely a number to a lot of companies, though.
Yes.
Which is our point.
Kinap says, are we a number to you guys? I think you are. I don't think I recognize your username. But like Crystal, I know. It takes time to surface.
Yeah, the Full Plane Chat's a bit smaller of an audience. You can recognize some people, but it's never going to be everybody. You can't retain, like, I don't know, unless you have some crazy brain. You're not going to retain all these different names.
Now they're all asking me if there's numbers. How many are asking?
I mean,
get it? That's a number.
Are Floatplane users numbered? They're probably numbered.
They're probably numbered in the database.
There's customer IDs. Yeah. So nice. You're all a number.
Now they're all fighting over who can be number 69.
If I'm gonna be a number, I'm gonna be a cool number. I'm gonna be the fun number.
Do you remember the small amount of politics over employee numbers early in the company for us?
Yeah.
Did I pull like a power trip and take number 1, or did I take like
I'm number 1 on the health
something?
Insurance.
Are you Oh, that's interesting.
Because I think I like I don't remember. Maybe I'm just. It's been so long. One problem that I have is once my memory gets past a certain point, I genuinely can't tell if I'm just like making it up or not.
Right.
Because like I don't know if
that's a real risk.
Did I dream this? Like Because my brain was like, oh, I like helped set up the health insurance. And then I thought about it longer. I was like, that sounds really unlikely. It was probably entirely Yvonne.
No, you totally did not do that.
No.
I promise you.
So why
didn't
would
do
I
that.
think that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I like looked into it, but didn't do anything with it.
I was still on hers for Costco. That's probably why.
That's probably why.
I was probably still covered as a spouse because then we didn't have to pay extra for it.
I genuinely feel pretty cool when I'm like going to the dentist and they're like, "What's your number?" And I'm like, 1. Like, oh, yeah.
That's pretty
yeah.
cool. That's
genuinely
that's kind of
cool.
an alpha move.
It's pretty cool.
I kind of like it actually.
I like almost yeah. I that's probably my favorite part.
Do you know your employee number as well? Are you 2? I can't remember if I took 1 or if I took 69 or if I asked to be 0 or something. I remember talking to Yvonne about it.
I think my employee number is like not good because I went to
admitting that he doesn't fill out his timesheet.
Oh, then I know it's 3.
There you go.
You're 3.
Yeah.
I wonder if Yvonne is 2 then.
Whatever it is,
I'm
it's
curious.
probably wrong.
I'm calling her
I
now.
technically moved to Floatplane at some
Yeah,
point.
but I think. Hey, you're live on WAN Show. One sec.
I bet you.
Hey, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you remember my employee number? Because I remember I was like kind of a bitch about it, and I wanted a particular number or something.
Are you talking about for like our company benefit number?
No, not the benefit number. Just like our internal database, like our employee numbers.
Like what we use for Ceridian and things like that?
Yeah.
You are live.
Yeah, you're live right now, by the way, but just
yeah,
like
no, that's fine.
just like whatever my employee number is.
I just remember it's not 1.
It's not
Are
one.
you 1337 then? Because I remember there was a conversation between you and I about that.
Wait, so it's not 1 and I was upset. That's all you remember about it? Because that's all I remember about it too. So this is
Yeah.
okay.
I can
Yeah,
check.
you're just
I
like,
can
why aren't I number
technically
1 or
check.
something like that? Like,
Yeah, it sounds like something I would whine about. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay, thanks, lady.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
I'm looking it up.
Oh, what? How would you know?
I have ways.
What do you mean you have ways?
Don't worry about it.
Well, where are you navigating to?
Don't worry about it.
Nothing, Dan? I get nothing? He says he has ways. I ask where he's navigating to. Forget it.
You are 1.
I am 1.
Yes.
Oh. Why do you have that?
Oh, you know.
Why do you have everyone's employee numbers? I mean, I guess he's IT. Just
Oh, you
has
know.
everything.
I'm pretty upset. I'm 71. Oh! I was so close! So close!
Oh, man.
Who's 2? Oh, I just locked it. I don't know.
Probably him. Probably.
I don't think so.
You don't think-
Because I went to.
Okay, unlock it. Now we need to know. This must be known.
Who's 69?
Yeah, who's 69?
We need to know.
Okay, hold on. What is this? Oh, two is no longer here at the company anymore, unfortunately. 69 is, though.
Who wins?
69
Oh,
is.
that's so sick!
And it's someone who would really appreciate it.
He probably would.
He probably knows. He will know because it's going to be in his stuff,
it's probably
right?
on his timesheet.
Yep, the one and only Adam Sondergaard.
Yeah!
But notice how I'm not even up there? I think it's because I got moved.
You're 3 for Floatplane Media Inc., which is weird.
You and Yvonne are probably 1 and 2.
So you're, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So wait, why isn't he Yvonne? No. Wait, what? Oh, for Floatplane.
Yeah. I bet you and Yvonne are numbered for Floatplane. Because if not, it doesn't really make any sense.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
Because
Okay.
when we technically made Floatplane, I think it was literally only AJ and I, like day 1 of actual Floatplane. Maybe Yuki was there? I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think so.
There's so many people.
Oh,
in
Yuki's
this
a
list.
contractor. It doesn't matter.
This is wild, dude.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah,
Wild.
Adam and I started very, very same sort of time.
Absolute
Dude,
W
what
for Adam.
What a week for Adam.
Yeah, I know, right?
Amazing
Killing
employee
it.
number. Kills the review.
Got to write his first positive review
Yeah.
of a CPU or GPU.
What a week.
Oh, man.
That's sick.
Did we just find out that Adam's just a number? Adam is a number, but he's more than a number. He's also
He's a cool
word.
number.
Oh, man. Based number. Okay, what are we supposed to be doing right now, Dan?
Well, if you don't have much topics, we could do the sponsors, I guess, if you want.
Okay.
Have we been live for that long?
We've got about 2 hours.
Good
to
Lord.
go.
Oh my goodness. Okay. The show is brought to you today by MSI. Is your PC so slow and hot that it's basically just a hand warmer this winter? What a weird stock image. Time to pass the old one to your sibling and upgrade to a baller gaming PC from our sponsor, MSI. The second generation of their Aegis RS2 AI can come fully loaded with Core Ultra 9 processors and an RTX 4090 ready to crush any game you throw at it. Luke, you can't groan during our sponsor spots. I know they put AI in the name of the product.
No. I was reading Flowplay
but
chat.
You're not allowed to groan.
I was reading Flowplay chat.
It also features an MSI Z790 motherboard and liquid cooling with RGB to keep your system chilled and all bling bling. You can even customize the lighting with their Mystic Light software to add a festive touch this holiday season. With built-in Wi-Fi 7, Thunderbolt 4, and PCIe Gen 5, you're set for blazing fast speeds and heavy workloads. Check out the second generation MSI Aegis RS2 AI at the link in the video description. The show is also brought to you by Vessi. Are your socks as moist as a turkey? Our sponsor, Vessi, is here to save your feet from dripping gravy at grandma's house this holiday season. This is great.
Can I groan during this one?
Genesis 8925 says, I can smell that image. Unlike those clunky rubber rain boots, Vessi uses Dymatex technology to help keep your socks dry while staying breathable, lightweight, and stretchy. They've got a style for everyone, like the weekend for everyday wear or the storm-burst high tops for your next big adventure. Dennis even brought 3 pairs of Vessis for his family last summer, and they've been obsessed ever since. In Taiwan, where surprise thunderstorms are a thing, Vessi has been a total game changer. That's awesome. That's hilarious. Dennis he managed to sneak a family photo slideshow into WAN Show. Is there anything this mad lad won't do?
He also got you to say moist.
Hilarious.
True.
Want to be the favorite child like Dennis? Surprise your loved ones with a pair of Vessis this holiday season. Check out their shoes at Vessi.com and give the gift of all-in-one style, comfort, and versatility with options for under $100. Finally, the show is brought to you by Squarespace. Coding a website sounds tedious enough, and that's without even mentioning all the copywriting, design, and other tasks. Do you think Colton is capable of doing all that himself for our website? Well, with our sponsor, Squarespace, even incapable Colton becomes capable. This is so much funnier when you know that Colton is Dennis's direct boss now.
Yeah.
He just completed a major update to our site, of course, without having to code it for himself. Squarespace offers loads of layouts and styling options. All you got to do is pick one that fits your needs and it'll look great on any device. Plus, you can use their AI tools to generate product descriptions, all with a simple prompt. Need to invoice clients? You can do it directly through Squarespace and accept payments via debit, credit, Apple Pay, and more. And their integrated SEO tools are optimized to help your site show up more often and reach a wider audience. So start building your website today and get 10% off your first purchase by visiting squarespace.com/WAN. Okay.
We figured something out with the employee numbers.
What did we figure out?
I am legitimately 3, and it has nothing to do with Flowplane because AJ is 20.
Oh, so you are 3.
I am just 3.
You're just 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
3's not that cool,
Real mature.
but I'm happy with the health insurance one. I'll take that.
Yeah, he's
That-
got the
that works
one.
for me. Yeah.
That actually
That works
makes
for me.
total sense.
Yeah.
All right.
You want some merch messages?
Sure, yeah.
Hi, thanks for finally restocking the bid case.
Topics are for chodes.
There's only like half of one left. Don't say that about Luke.
Wow.
He's nice. Thanks for. I'm sorry. I'm not,
I
but
don't even understand what's happening.
thanks for.
Actually, hold on. No, wait, hold that thought. This is actually a really good question. Jade Fife 29 in Floatplane chat asks, why do you have health insurance numbers in Canada? Because we have health insurance.
Yeah.
It's just that everyone has to pay into it in order to keep the deductibles and the premiums down for everybody.
Yeah. Cool.
Medication. Medication used to be completely subsidized, and they pulled that back. So you can get even more of it subsidized with private health insurance, but you don't need it. This is the first job I've ever had health insurance.
Yeah.
Really?
I've been a contractor my entire working
Oh,
career.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. No, it's a whole thing. Like health insurance, health absolutely costs money here. It's just that it's like a more
For most
managed
people,
system.
it gets to luckily be somewhat of an afterthought.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we don't think about it.
Not
at all.
everyone. No, some people have to.
Yep.
Some people still have health costs that are quite high.
Yep.
But even them, as far as my understanding goes, they are mostly well taken care of. To be clear, there are big downsides to the Canadian system.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We are at like a dire, crazy need for more healthcare workers. There are some notable lacking points.
Yep.
I know people personally who have had cancers advance through stages because it took so long to get the appointments that they needed.
But the flip side is I've never met anyone who just has their bones at a bizarre angle because they broke their arm and couldn't afford to have it set.
Yes. Yeah. Every time I've had something like that, some sports injury when I was a kid or something, we went to the hospital, I got my stuff taken care of, and we left.
And
there was no credit card machine on the way out.
None of our health insurer CEOs have been gunned down in the street.
Yeah.
Not one.
Yet.
And work messages.
We switch cameras. He's wearing a Mario costume.
Hi, thanks for finally restocking the big case. Luke, how is your Final Fantasy journey going?
Come on, man! Get it together here.
Why did you ask this week? Darn it. Okay, so I was approached by a member of the HR team.
Dan, hold on. I don't think my headphones are working. All I hear is excuse here.
Oh yeah, I've got a wine in mine.
It's not an excuse. I was approached by a member of the HR team that informed me that starting this coming Monday, if I took my mandatory vacation time, I would have to take the whole rest of the year off.
Okay.
That's not really going to work because I have to do things. But I am going to take some of it off. And I don't have any plans. So I'm going to beat Final Fantasy before the end of the year.
Final Fantasy VI specifically.
Yes.
He's been working on it since it came out.
But yeah.
What part are you even on? Have you advanced at all?
From the last time we talked about it, no.
Where are you at? I forget. I can't even remember anymore.
I'm the main character. We went and saw like how they were born essentially.
Okay.
And then we have to go fight those dudes.
Okay.
Which is kind of how the game works, but yeah. So yeah, I will have time. I have no major plans yet.
That's not spoilers. Obviously, the main character was born at some point. That's not a spoiler.
Oh, come on.
And fighting dudes in an RPG
A spoiler for that game? Like, come on.
Came out in like 1994.
At a certain point, we have to be able to talk about things.
Yeah.
I'll get to it.
It's like in Jaws, they killed the shark. Oh no, spoilers.
What? No!
I've continued, speaking of ancient content, I've been continuing
nice.
my like old movie thing. I finally watched Groundhog Day.
Oh.
For the first time ever. Have you ever seen Groundhog Day? As far as rom-coms go, it's awesome.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not a huge Bill Murray guy, but maybe part of the problem is I've never watched Groundhog Day because he's like super charming and the script is really tight and it's just the pacing of it is really like fun and upbeat. Like I really am not that much of a rom-com guy, but it's kind of awesome. Yeah. Love it.
Nice.
Yeah, so and what was great about it was it turned out that in 1985 they knew how to make decent movies. It's just that The Breakfast Club wasn't one of them. That's all. Dude.
You really like poking that nest. That little bee's nest.
It deserves to be poked.
So
he ruined my weekend.
I ruined your weekend. Whoa,
How'd you
hold
ruin
on.
your weekend?
Oh, I get okay.
Oh yeah, you made me watch it. It was like
That ruined your whole weekend?
Yeah, my weekends are very easy to ruin.
Oh, you got to be less affected by things, my guy.
Everything hurts all the time.
Well, it's actually a spectacular.
Luke does not let me be hyperbolic ever.
I wasted a lot of his time on his weekend because I wasted whatever time he spent finding The Breakfast Club. I wasted whatever time he spent watching it. And I wasted whatever time he spent at the end going...
Sitting crying on the floor.
So far, I am converting people one at a time who watched the movie a long time ago and are like, yeah, Breakfast Club, yeah. And I'm like, okay, here are all the problems I have with it. And so far, I have ruined it for Reese from Logistics and Dan already because they've gone back and watched it and been like, yeah, I have no idea what I saw in this before.
I remember liking little bits of it and stuff, but like I came out of it being like, The ending, especially.
Well, the ending's like the one part that everybody loves about it.
Really?
The start was amazing.
I thought the setup was actually really good. I was into it.
10 out of 10. That was probably the scripted part.
The main thing that I didn't like, the character development of the one.
What character development?
Well, no, there's one that it's you wish it didn't happen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. So many people wish that didn't happen.
You mean the
Yeah.
girl with the legitimate mental illness who puts on some eyeliner and is now acceptable?
Yeah. That one's like, what are we doing? What are we talking about here?
What?
Avon Fox, are those like conspiracy theories?
What?
What?
Did you realize the whole thing was a dream by Claire or the main female character?
What?
That is no.
That's a
Yeah, that's a reach.
I don't think I accept that.
That's a reach, dude. Anyway, Groundhog Day, excellent. So yeah, and Dan, I have one of the things you recommended.
Oh,
Redline.
Redline's
That's not even
work of-
old though. That's from like 2007. Oh God.
I just thought it was a good movie you should watch. I didn't know how old
That
it
was
was.
so long ago.
Don't
Shut up. Stop
That
it.
was an incredible.
That was like
amount of
3
time
years ago.
Stop
Shut
it.
up, Luke.
1990 was 35 years ago.
No, 3 years. 3 years.
Did
I'm
you
still
know?
a child.
Did you know that in a few weeks it will have been a quarter century since 2000?
Pentium 2 came out a couple months ago. It's all okay. The 1080 is still
And the next
fresh.
technology is cutting edge.
A quarter of 100 years after the millennium. How does it feel?
And the iPhone still
How
has
does
bugs.
it feel?
Yeah. PS3 is a retro console. That was one that
yeah.
blew my mind a little while ago. It's like
The Wii.
it's not just outdated; it's retro.
The Wii's a retro console.
Dude, how many years ago did the PS4 come out?
It's not retro, but it's gonna get there.
I'm amazed that anybody knows what your notebook is.
Dude,
Oh,
the
the save
PS4
icon?
is so old. There's probably people watching this that weren't alive. It's 2013.
Well, yeah. I don't know if too many 11-year-olds watch the WAN
I guarantee you there's a couple.
There's probably a couple. Yeah. It's like PS4 is like my dad's console.
Yeah. We had that when I was
Uncharted.
like a kid. Yeah. Dude,
Oh my God, the nostalgia
Uncharted was so
for
good.
jeez, Jake's Uncharted 5.
People are
Oh,
trying
I'm so nostalgic.
People are trying to mute you.
Me.
I mean, his voice is so much lower than mine. I'm sure that Dan could just put a filter.
Probably.
Okay, what are we supposed to be doing right now?
We could do another merch message.
Sure.
I don't know.
Wow, Dan's been too busy interacting with the show here, and his incomings are.
It's getting a bit much.
HR, my boss is laughing about how much work I have to do.
I don't have to do it.
That's
You're my boss.
He's not technically wrong.
Yeah,
because
you can tell him he doesn't have to do
It
it.
is tech.
But will you?
Actually, I should message AJ about that.
Yeah.
Because Luke will get angry if I talk to him.
That is not true. Stop it.
Oh my God, AJ goes, all these people are pissing me off. Hi, LLD. Great to see the precision screwdriver back.
That's not what I meant. Oh my god.
Chat, that's what he meant. Great to see this precision screwdriver
It's up
back
to
in
80
stock.
now.
Shut.
All right. Straight.
Read it yourself then.
Shut.
Should I wait for the 50?
What should I shut down?
Shut up your face.
My cheeks hurt.
Just put some more water in it. Let me read this.
Okay.
82.
HR went home an hour ago. I can't do anything. Abuse on the weekends. It's free game.
85.
I have to do one every 13 seconds for 4 hours.
That's great.
If I read them, I get behind. Great to see the precision screwdrivers back in stock. Should I wait for the 50 series to release before getting the new 4070S? Or buy now before Trump tariffs? Does the same apply for used?
That's almost like financial advice. It's like,
God, here I go. Okay, fine.
I think that the incoming administration is actually starting to figure out how tariffs work again. I think they may have forgotten because it's been 4 years. I strongly doubt that we're actually going to see. The rhetoric has kind of cooled down a little bit now that some reverse rhetoric has started. And it's like, hey, like
we will do this.
We can just actually stop like sending energy to like Minnesota. So like I don't know. That the inauguration's in like January. You might need some energy. So now that that's been kind of happening,
a really interesting side effect of this whole thing has been the renationalization of capabilities. Like one that came up recently was what was it? I don't remember the exact example that I'm trying to bring up, but like in this whole sort of sometimes actual, sometimes pseudo trade war that's going on, when you stop countries from being able to import things, instead of just not having it, they're learning how to make it. That's happening in the US, that's happening in other countries. And I think it's going to start backfiring in big ways as we when you go like, oh, okay, we don't want you to be capable of this thing, so we're not going to give it to you. And then they're like, okay, well, now we're not reliant on you for it anymore, and we're going to have it anyways.
And to be clear, I'm not saying that Canada should stop exporting energy to the States. Yeah. I'm saying that we should have bilateral cooperation.
Yeah.
And so we should work together. That's a good thing. It's good. It's good.
I wonder what the... wow, this is probably it. Do I even want to bring this up?
Yeah. No.
The water? Are we thinking the same thing?
No.
What happens if you stop a river?
Forget it. The point is that I am more hopeful that between now and January, common sense will prevail and we will not be in a tariff-fueled trade war immediately, and hopefully things won't just go up in price immediately because of no reason other than because we thought it was a good idea. I don't know what 50 series is going to look like. And if I did, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But what I will say is that if you go kind of Google the rumors, it's rumored to be coming pretty soon. And if, Blackwell is anything to go by, like NVIDIA's data center products, the generational uplift could be pretty good. That's all I can really tell you. If your price point is like 4070 Super-ish, based on how NVIDIA has launched previous families and how they've kind of launched the top-end cards to start and then trickled down as they go, it may not be that you can get a 50 series immediately at that kind of price point. However, once the new family arrives, it's possible that we will see some compression of pricing down below them to make room for the new cards. So
we will also see how they decide to respond or not respond to Intel.
Given a new family only arrives every couple of years or so now, I would say we're close enough to the rumored release now that I would probably hold off if I'm looking at a high-end GPU. If I'm looking at a low-end GPU, I'm buying an Arc Battlemage right now if I can get my hands on one. So 4070 or so, I'd say you're maybe in the waiting price band.
Another one? Yeah, maybe. Sure.
Sure.
With AI chips dominating NVIDIA's focus, do you think modern games can adapt to use more of the initial compute from tensor cores? The B100 has 20-ish times more tensor flops more than standard graphics on a 4090.
I mean, I think that's what we're seeing in the form of, deep learning supersampling and frame gen. We're seeing those tensor cores being used in gaming. Like NVIDIA's GeForce division is getting this hardware and they're kind of going, okay, well, what the crap do we do with this stuff? So I think absolutely we're going to see more AI built right into NVIDIA's products, whether it's in terms of like video encoding. I wouldn't be surprised by that, whether it's in terms of gamer-friendly features like background noise reduction. I don't know that we will just see straight up compute from tensor cores integrated into games, like in the form of like enemy behavior or anything like that. It'd be kind of cool. I mean, I'd be kind of into it, but I mean, looking at how finally, with Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, we are getting a game that requires RTX. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean like, oh, it requires RTX because developers are lazy or whatever. I mean, it's actually fulfilling the promise that NVIDIA gave us back with GeForce 2000 series, where it was going to be a boon to developers because instead of having to do all these weird tricks and hackery to get lighting to work, they were just going to place light sources and place in-game elements, and the light was going to bounce around naturally like it would. This is the first game that's actually doing that, and we're, like 6 years on from RTX 2000? I forget what the exact timing is. So, we've started to get these AI accelerators on our GPUs, but we are still probably a few years away from anyone developing a game that assumes that they will be there. And a big part of the reason for that is that while NVIDIA has been baking them into their GPUs for a long time, everyone else was a little slower on the uptake, and we're only now getting like integrated processors that have AI processing on them, neural processing units. And I don't know, is there much in the way of neural processing on any of the current gen consoles? Because I don't really think there is.
I don't think so.
So
I don't know a lot about the consoles. I could be wrong, but I don't
if
think
we
so.
were going to get like AI-powered enemy AI, for instance, then I think you'd have to see a console generation that leans heavily into it and that encourages developers to implement it.
At this point, do you think you would need a handheld that could do it?
No.
Not that impactful
I
yet?
don't think so. No, I think the TV console still matters enough for at least another generation. Yeah.
Interesting. Are we doing one more or are we doing topics?
Yeah, let's do some topics. Yeah, why not?
All right, topic time. Hey, do you want to talk about AI? There's been some AI stuff this week.
Sure. Sora?
Yeah.
Sora is out, and there is other AI news. OpenAI's 12 days of announcements continued this week with Monday's release of Sora, the AI video generator that blew everyone's minds back in February, and they gave it to a couple people, and then they stopped doing that, probably because they realized how expensive it was. Put that in myself. I definitely thought, this is from Riley, I definitely thought it had been longer. Realistic AI video is so normalized. That is very true. To the point where I really question a lot of the stuff that I see these days. I don't know. Anyways, ChatGPT Plus and Pro subscribers have access, but of course, Marques Brownlee had already been playing with Sora for a few weeks now, and then there are some of his examples. Are you bringing those up?
Yeah, I'll bring them up.
Okay. While he brings those up, on Wednesday, OpenAI re-gifted a present in the form of ChatGPT integration in Apple Intelligence, which Apple shipped along with their other AI features this week. Most importantly, mail categorization, which is maybe nice and could also lead to you getting in trouble because you didn't respond to an email.
Wow, it's a fake news report.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the background's definitely not perfect.
Text is not right. But if I wasn't paying careful attention...
Plug! Pog. I like the text, personally. Oh, do you see the tech reviewer? Check out the tech reviewer.
Yep.
Open it up. Wow. Whoa! Where'd that phone come from?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Whoa.
He's a tech reviewer and a magician.
Close-up magic expert.
Yeah. Wow.
That's smooth. I mean, now I kind of... You know what's funny?
You want to, like, edit that?
Dude, we totally have a video coming where I pull that. I'm gonna go find it in Trello right now while you continue talking about things. So I'm out on screen share for a little bit here.
Yeah. Also on Wednesday, Google announced Gemini 2.0, which it demoed powering an updated Project Astra, which I'm gonna open up really quick.
Nicholas Cage says you should probably look at the news that broke at the top of the show about OpenAI.
Yeah,
What's going on with OpenAI
I don't
now?
know if we have that anywhere in the doc. I will try to get to that. Maybe we'll get through these notes, and then I'll try to see if we can get something on that.
Okay.
But it is potentially relatively big news, but we'll have to see. There's the Project Astra Assistant with real-time video input, as well as AI agents for gaming and controlling your browser. I don't know if I want that, but we'll see. OpenAI answered by adding real-time video input to ChatGPT Advanced Voice Mode on Thursday. Friday's announcement was a nothing burger, just projects in ChatGPT. Elsewhere in the AI-verse, Reddit is taking on Google and ChatGPT with Reddit Answers. Ooh, wow, that's actually a great idea. A new AI-powered search tool meant to replace adding Reddit to the end of your Google searches, which is a lot of mine. A literature class at UCLA is planning to use AI-generated textbooks in 2025, but it's way better than it sounds. That's not the sentence that I expected to follow that up. The textbooks made by Kudu, a company that collaborated with the course's professor, who provided course notes, presentations, and other material from previous iterations of the class to generate the textbook over the course of 4 months. Kudu charges students $25 per semester to access the textbook digitally. That's a lot cheaper than buying some of these textbooks.
Interesting.
Providing an alternative to paying through the nose for barely changed new editions of traditional textbooks.
Interesting.
That's not that bad.
Okay, well, we'll see. It depends on how much it hallucinates. We'll see how their final exams go, and then we'll evaluate it from there.
Yeah, build this Agent Orange instead of a random cleaner. AI company Artisan drew criticism for buying billboards through San Francisco that say "Stop hiring humans." Okay, we're gonna go look at that for a second. Are you kidding me? Wow. I don't know if you heard about this, but something happened to a healthcare CEO recently. Advertising their sales rep AI agents. Artisan CEO
Say it, Luke. Class war.
The Artisan CEO acknowledged the billboards are somewhat dystopian, but also so is AI. And they gave the AI laser eyes? What is happening? Is this real? They did. It has laser eyes.
Yeah, it's creepy.
What are they doing?
What is it?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. You're still looking for that thing. Okay, so I'm going to try to pick up an article on this.
No, I've already got the blog post from, I'm so sorry, I'm going to try hard, Suchir Balaji.
Yeah.
The 26-year-old OpenAI whistleblower who was found dead. This is his last post on X. I recently participated in a New York Times story about fair use and generative AI and why I'm skeptical that fair use would be a plausible defense for a lot of generative AI products. I also wrote a blog post about the nitty-gritty details of fair use and why I believe this. To give some context, I was at OpenAI for nearly 4 years and worked on ChatGPT for the last 1.5 of them. I initially didn't know much about copyright, fair use, etc., but became curious after seeing all the lawsuits filed against Gen AI companies. When I tried to understand the issue better, I eventually came to the conclusion that fair use seems like a pretty implausible defense for a lot of generative AI products for the basic reason that they can create substitutes that compete with the data they're trained on. I've written up the more detailed reasons for why I believe this in my post. Obviously, I'm not a lawyer, but I still feel like it's important for even non-lawyers to understand the law, both the letter of it and also why it's actually there in the first place. That being said, I don't want this to read as a critique of ChatGPT or OpenAI per se, because fair use and generative AI is a much broader issue than any one product or company. I highly encourage machine learning researchers to learn more about copyright. It's a really important topic, and precedent that's often cited, like Google Books, isn't actually as supportive as it might seem. Feel free to get in touch if you'd like to chat about fair use, machine learning, or copyright. I think it's a very interesting intersection. My email's on my personal website.
And he wrote like a little paper on it on his website.
Yeah.
Which is the only thing on the website.
Which is really good because, fair use is a super not a good and stupid defense for training your models with copyrighted works. It would fall apart immediately unless you manage to get the case overseen by a completely corrupt court. Okay. Wow, that's really sad. What else we got in AI news? Did you make it through everything else?
I think I made it through.
Okay. Well,
you want to hear about other crazy stuff? Did you find the thing in the Trello thing?
I did find the thing.
Do we want to show that or something?
So we did a video on ferroelectric RAM. And we did like kind of a silly thing in the intro. Watch my hand. Okay, so wait for it. This is a good video, by the way. Hold on, wait for it. Okay, so I get this other thing. Okay, blah, 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 something, something. Radiation, it's resistant to that.
Whoa.
I don't know, we were just on set, and I was like,
cool.
oh, that'd be kind of fun. We should just do like a silly, like, I just thought it'd be kind of fun.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, just the fact that it was so similar to that AI-generated video that Marquez had.
Yeah, that's cool. People are unsure if it's editing magic or magic.
Who cares?
That's part of the magic.
Magician never tells you how they did their trick.
Speaking of freaking magic, dude, Google announced quantum breakthrough with their Willow chip. Have you looked at this?
No.
You did. I linked in the thing early in the week.
I know.
I thought you would look at it.
I've had an incredibly
I had
busy
a really
week,
busy
Luke.
week. I can't use that excuse for Final Fantasy.
I use the word incredibly.
There it is. Google has created a new quantum chip called Willow that can reduce errors exponentially as it scales up. A major breakthrough in quantum error correction. Willow performed a computation under 5 minutes that would have taken one of today's fastest supercomputers 10 septillion years to complete, showcasing its potential for solving complex problems beyond the capabilities of classic computers. This is genuinely a new form of compute. By all accounts, this seems to be a genuine breakthrough by Google in contrast to their much debated declaration of quantum supremacy back in 2019. And maybe their all it takes is attention, or whatever that article was that really sparked this whole AI thing, and then they weren't on the forefront of it despite writing the article on it. Anyways, however, Google told The Verge that their chip won't break modern cryptography, so everyone can just chill
For now.
Until Willow 2.
What else we got?
And then nation states, come give us money, please.
Oh, this is funny. Microsoft Recall Preview doesn't honor privacy settings. Recall is back in the Windows Insiders program after being pulled in June over lots of backlash, massive privacy concerns, etc. The new version allegedly encrypts screens that it captures. It's supposed to filter sensitive information, and that is enabled by default. This prevents it from recording apps, websites, showing credit card numbers, social security numbers, and other important financial information. Tom's Hardware tested Recall and discovered the filter doesn't work very well. Credit card info and a random username and password in Notepad was captured despite Capital One Visa being written alongside the information. A loan application PDF in Edge was recorded, including social security, name, and date of birth, and they created an HTML page with a web form that said, enter your credit card number below, with fields for card type, number, CVC, and expiration date, and it captured this too. It did work for some real-world commerce sites that were tested, like Pomeroni and Adafruit. Only the before and after screens were captured, leaving out the credit card information in those cases. And when Tom's Hardware reached out to Microsoft for a comment, they were directed to a blog post which states, we have updated Recall to detect sensitive information like credit card details, passwords, and personal identification numbers. When detected, Recall won't save or store these snapshots. We'll continue to improve this functionality, and if you find sensitive information that should be filtered out for your context, language, or geography, please let us know through the feedback hub. We've also provided an option in settings that we encourage you to enable that will anonymously share the apps and sites that you prefer to be excluded from Recall to help us improve our product. Nice. Hey, at least the new version.
It's just going to be a database of all the smut on the internet.
I mean, do we need another one?
Luke, I think that's just called the internet.
Yeah.
With Facebook.
To their credit, the new version is opt-in instead of opt-out.
Oh, that's a lot better.
And you need to use Windows Hello to open the Recall app to see what it's recorded. That's something.
Making it opt-in solves most of my problem with it.
Yes.
To be completely honest.
The files are encrypted and could not be easily opened without actually biometrically authenticating or using a PIN. So that's the good news, but also, yeah.
Don't turn it on.
But hey, you can buy a car on Amazon. Amazon is launching Amazon Auto with initial partner Hyundai to make buying cars easier than ever.
Really?
They have plans to feature other brands in the future. You pick your car, trim, options, browse local availability at participating dealers with fixed, transparent pricing, get an instant quote on your trade-in, secure financing, check out, and schedule a pickup time. Should we do it?
What?
Should I buy a Hyundai on Amazon?
Why?
I don't know. Maybe I want a Hyundai. You ever think of that?
I don't think it's going to be like an interesting experience.
No, I don't think it's going to be.
I really don't.
I don't know. But people are saying yes. People want it.
Yeah, but they're going to say yes to any. Hey, do you guys literally 100% of you use Firefox? Does literally every single Flowplane user use Firefox? Is this
pick
true?
At that scab again?
Is that true? What do you guys think? Whoa! They're saying yes! No way! That's crazy! Imagine that. That's wild. 100% of an internet user base all using the same type of browser?
Yeah, you're kind of a dick, right?
Okay, two things. One, this seems like a kind of a weird business decision to me, because what was that? I thought there was like a buy a car online company that popped up during COVID, and then people realized it like wasn't making money at all, and it just super died.
Probably, I don't remember.
And then also, this isn't the first time you've been able to buy cars on the internet. You could buy that. You could buy them on eBay. That was crazy. This, I don't know. It's just like a big box compared to what they normally ship it in. I guess not a big box. How do they drop it off?
And he knows big boxes.
No.
Big box enthusiast.
No. Do you think it
goes to the big box store?
Do you think it's an individual like flatbed that drops it off?
Do
you have to go pick it up somewhere? You probably have to still pick it up at like a dealership. Yeah, because it's local dealers,
so you still have to go to a dealer.
So then like what's the point?
Well, they can still try to sell you some, undercoating.
Why did we do this?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't.
It seems like a stupid idea.
Have LTT and Short Circuit gone too far with the clickbait?
Have they, Flowplane?
The topic is, and this was written up by Elijah. Oh, good. Yes, folks, we did see the Reddit thread titled, "What Happened to Video Titles?" And of course, Floatplane says yes, because they just say yes to anything. He's so happy right now. I'm glad you make him happy. Do you enjoy pleasing Luke?
Whoa. Whoa.
Yes. See, this is what we're dealing with over here. This is what we're dealing with. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So the OP,
what the hell did I walk back into? Do you guys need a minute?
I think it's more like, what did you walk in on?
Oh.
I need a minute.
The OP was expressing some frustration with some of our recent titles being lies. Some examples are the most recent AMD upgrade titled "Upgrading My Big Brother's Setup," and
it wasn't your actual.
And Short Circuit's video titled "This is a weird shape for a phone," with the OP explaining that the first lines in both of these videos had something along the lines of, "He's not my actual brother," or "It's not an actual phone." Some comments as well are talking about us lying about renting an Airbnb for the video, where we rented an Airbnb and tried to find hidden cameras. The reason this is even a WAN topic today is because we would like to discuss with the community why our titles are the way that they are, and talk about how even if a fringe minority is upset about the titles, we as a business are always experimenting and seeing what sticks and what doesn't. Elijah says, because believe me, if it doesn't stick, we adjust it. EX, the Mac for poor people title.
How that made it out the door, man.
I approved it.
What? Like, oh man.
I thought it was funny.
Oh, I saw one of the community posts about that, and I was like, that's fake.
I can
that wasn't us. And then I'm like, oh, man, like that's crazy. That like I was reading the comments. And I was like, no.
I can tell you the context that existed in my brain that made it so that I thought that was a funny title, because I've been trying to make a video called.
The background was tense.
Hold on. I didn't notice that.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
I did not notice that. I didn't notice that. But the background that existed in my brain for why we made the decision was that I've been trying to convince the writing team to make a video that's like, brand X doesn't care about poor people, for a long time, because so many brands have abandoned their low-end products. We no longer
Okay.
have like a current gen $130 CPU.
This was not the way.
We no longer have a current gen $250 GPU, at least until Thursday. And so I was like, Apple, who has completely forgotten about poor people forever. I mean, when's the last time they even made an iPhone SE? Like, honestly.
iPhone.
So that was my whole thing. Apple finally, like, remembered not everybody has $1,300 to spend on a phone and like a $1,500 to spend on a computer. That was where I was.
Jack out, so we can't have our like genuinely decently affordable headphones either.
That was where I was coming from. Finally, Apple made a computer for poor people. They like remembered that not everybody is a dentist, and yeah, it didn't land. It didn't land. Anyway.
No.
There's some discussion questions here, but first I would like to correct a couple of misconceptions. The first one that really got people mad was the Airbnb one.
Okay.
And that's the one that I actually most take exception to, because in that video, let's have a look at what this title was. Okay, hold on, where are we at? Okay, here we go. Here's the title. Here's the thumbnail. I rented an Airbnb to look for hidden cameras. Okay, here's our thumbnail. Device finds cameras. Okay, I rented an Airbnb. I did. We shot this video in an Airbnb that we rented.
Really?
Really. Step 2, I looked for
He's not
hidden...
gonna lie, when I watched it, I was like, that's not his house.
Step
And
2,
I believed you rented one.
I looked for hidden cameras. I did.
You just didn't find any.
Well, yeah, obviously not, because like
They're almost nowhere.
We had to ask for permission to use a place as a filming location, you numpties. And no one's going to be. We had to tell them what we were doing.
Yeah.
Like
That's fair.
And like some people were like, "Well, you should have like rented a bunch of Airbnbs and searched them all." It's like the
No,
vast
dude.
majority are not going to have any hidden electronics in them.
I'm sure it's a thing that technically happens, but actually finding one, like there's...
I literally rented an Airbnb to look for hidden cameras. What the f*** do you want from me? And to show you the importance of titling on YouTube, this is how this video was performing when we had the initial title.
What was it?
I think it was this device can detect any electronics even when they're off.
Oh yeah, the new title's way better.
Which was a super straightforward, straight shooter title.
Yep.
Then we changed the title of the video. I forget exactly where. We log it somewhere, and it went Shawamp. Went from being a horrible underperformer, like the worst thing we'd uploaded in a couple of weeks, to being an overperformer. So, you know what? Yeah. If my title is literally accurate, and
Yeah,
you're
get
just like mad because we didn't find a camera that we didn't put that, like, I'm sorry. It was a really good video.
Guys, if they didn't actually rent an Airbnb, I don't think they would have been... I think they would have been lazy enough to just use like the kitchen set or your house. I don't think they would have gone to painstakingly convince you that it's a different house, but not actually pay for an Airbnb.
Dude, we drove all the way to like Abbotsford or something. Like we actually like rented an Airbnb and went to an Airbnb and shot in an Airbnb. We put in the work, for crying out loud. And then the funny thing about it to me is that other than that Reddit thread, almost no one was mad about the very next day us uploading the video with Lucas, where it was like upgrading my big brother's setup. Okay, he's not actually my brother.
That was a good joke.
It was just, guys, is joke, OP.
Are people actually upset about the brother
No, it's just
thing?
the one guy.
Okay.
And then as for, what was the other one? The weird shape for a phone. Yeah, so with the phone one, the only reason that I called it like a weird shape for a phone was because it's not a phone. It doesn't have a SIM slot. And I acknowledge that first line of the video, because like they said. But what it does have is it has a Snapdragon processor that is very similar in performance and capabilities to a modern smartphone. And that's why it's so expensive. It's like a $600 Game Boy thing. But it's like, it's got a touchscreen and runs like full fat Android, even though it like has a Game Boy interface that honestly kind of blows. Like the form factor is like, there's a reason nobody makes the Game Boy anymore.
Yeah.
Other than people who still make the Game Boy.
Which there are a few.
Which there are a handful doing, but it's not ergonomic. It's a very old, very dated, very not ergonomic design.
Yeah.
And so I just thought it was amusing. I think that is probably the most sort of valid complaint where people were actually mad and it was actually kind of misleading. And I'm sorry, and we fixed it. But yeah, we're always trying stuff because we never know what's going to work. And
ideating on titles is also incredibly freaking hard, and I think people don't realize that.
And it's frustrating because when we name something like that nonlinear junction detector video, when we name something literally what it is or what it does, it performs like crap. Nobody watches it. It's a great video. It's educational. It's entertaining. It's a good length. It's very just eat some popcorn watchable, like for crying out loud. I don't know, guys. I'm not gonna apologize for having to put good content in shiny packaging. And yeah, we're gonna fly too close to the sun sometimes, and we're gonna have to sort of correct titles, or we'll just have or we'll have like a straight shooter title that we're going to have to, lean farther into making it more clickable. But it's just part of the game. And it's frustrating to me because I wish I could just call the video Nonlinear Junction Detectors Explained. These things are so cool. Because that's what I felt about it. That's what I wanted to call it. I was the one who came up with the title that was like, this detects any electronics, even if they're off. But nobody clicked it, or detects hidden spy devices, even if they're off, or something like that. I forget what it was, but
I watched the video. I think I might have clicked on it before the title update, because I was interested in how it found electronics when they were off, and if that was in the first title, that's probably why I clicked on it. So that's another thing, is like you might get a different type of person, but the type of people that want that first title just aren't as common. So the video will perform worse.
I wish we could ABC titles as well.
What
or pairings of titles and thumbnails and stuff like that, and not even lock into one, but just have them be different depending on, what YouTube knows you're more likely to click on. Like, I'd be super down for that. It's a matter of time.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, what if you had like 5 different title and thumbnail mixes for one video, and it just served what it thought that user would like the most to the individual user instead of A/B testing.
Sorry, I wasn't really listening, but the Airbnb thing says it was apparently actually kind of a pain because accounting was all over it. Oh, that's really funny. Anyway, Elijah says, this is my thoughts on the whole thing, and linked to a Reddit post.
Is it his Reddit post?
Oh, Elijah. Okay, one of our rules in the writing department is don't insult the audience, and I know I break it once in a while, but that doesn't mean you can. Okay. What are we supposed to be talking about?
No, it's not. Apparently, it's not his Reddit post.
No, it wasn't. It was someone being very rude.
Oh.
I know it's not yours, Elijah, but you linked it.
Or I like the title at the very least.
What?
Everyone just...
No, it's this one.
No, I think he... No, I think he linked the thread.
Oh, I thought it was the top response that he linked.
No.
Okay, fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Put down your keyboards and just enjoy the content. There you go.
We don't look at the top response.
Yeah, okay.
Fixed. I got you, Elijah. You're good.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, we can go back.
Okay, yeah, we're good. Thanks, Elijah. Blu-rays. Dude, LG has discontinued their Blu-ray and UHD Blu-ray players. This has been confirmed by Flat Panels HD. LG Korea didn't confirm if this is a definitive and final exit from the optical disc player market, so this could leave the door open in case they want to make a return, but they haven't made any new models of Blu-ray players since 2018, and it's no secret that sales of Blu-ray discs and players are on a very steep and steady decline. And our discussion question here is, physical media, especially for movies, is seen as far superior to streaming due to factors like higher bitrate and less compression. Are we just not going to have like a definitive quality version of new films anymore?
I think so.
Will we see a high quality streaming service that comes in to take the place? I don't think so either.
People won't pay for it.
And if they do, one person will pay for it, they'll rip it, and then everyone else will just download it, kind of like with Blu-rays. Okay, this ended up being less of a main news topic and more of a short conversation. But anyway, that's a thing that happened, which is a bummer because Blu-ray versions are like definitely better and look way better, and especially as display sizes continue to scale, it's going to become more of an issue. Like I was, we did some sponsored spots for Amazon Luna earlier this week. I was shooting those with Sammy, and nothing against Amazon Luna. The latency feels pretty good. It seems pretty cool. I got some great games on it. But I fired it up on the 115-inch TV that I have in the theater room. And I was like, oh, that's a lot of compression. And that's just the nature of the beast when it comes to streamed content. As you blow it up bigger and bigger, those color banding blocks or those compression blocks get more and more noticeable. I do think that local AI on our devices will help to smooth some of that stuff. But
you don't want those weird wheels in F1, maybe.
What I'd really just rather have, because it's garbage in, garbage out, is not garbage to go in, and then I could AI it even better,
if you wanted, or not. I've been seriously thinking buying a Blu-ray of the Grand Budapest Hotel, because I wanted to watch that with Emma, and I was like, well, I want a good quality version of it. So, like...
You heard it here first, folks. Luke considered buying a Blu-ray. How'd that go for you?
Thought about it. Didn't end up doing it. So.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're part of the problem.
Might still do it. Well, I haven't acquired it any other way.
YouTube has broken video title links on publisher-embedded videos. And the source here is The Verge. Here's their article. YouTube quietly made it so that some of its web embeds are worse, including ours.
Huh?
Here's why you can't click on the title to go back to YouTube on our videos. And this is an issue that I have to confess I had not considered at all.
What?
YouTube embeds on some websites, like The Verge, no longer let users click the video title to open it on YouTube.com or the YouTube app. This is because YouTube changed its YouTube player for publishers to remove branding, which apparently includes the title link, according to YouTube. Publishers who want the link back must use the standard YouTube player, which gives up ad revenue. So YouTube player for publishers allows you to put your own ads on it. I didn't even know that YouTube participated in the
No.
As just like a white box solution for video embeds on your site. I knew Vimeo does stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know there's other bespoke
there's
ones
a bunch of them.
Specialize in yoga courses and things like that. I had no idea that YouTube even did this. Anyway, if you use a default regular YouTube embed, then YouTube will make more money and publishers will make less. YouTube says that this change is to protect advertisers and partners because they don't have visibility into the ads that are served in the YouTube player for publishers. But publishers like The Verge are frustrated because they can because their options are to keep the links broken so people can't navigate back to YouTube, or they can switch to the standard player and lose revenue. Or they'll have to use another player that likely won't have a YouTube link anyway, and it all just kind of sucks. Just tell them no. Yeah, forget we have enough topics. Riley, forget it. Put your keyboard down, go home.
I haven't listened to the podcast fully yet, but Dan on the Labs web team shared it with me. I don't know. Did we talk about this? No,
I don't think we did.
Yeah, they have a podcast on this that talks about how they make money and how they've made money over the years and how running a ad-funded business on the internet in current year is really hard and things are going to subscription models and stuff. Yep. Super interesting. I'm a little bit into the podcast. Haven't listened to the whole thing. I'm planning to finish it off this weekend. The Verge is being public and transparent about things right now, which is very interesting to me.
Very cool.
I don't know how many other people, but it's very interesting to me. It's cool because honestly, I look at a lot of these sites, including The Verge, heavily including The Verge, and I really don't understand how they make the money that they make, knowing how many people they employ and how much of a showing they've had at shows like CES and stuff in the past. Man, your stuff is getting this much traffic to pay for all this. That's crazy. So it's cool having them kind of show behind the veil a little bit.
So our conversation here is what's the deal? Because I honestly kind of agree with YouTube that if it's not supposed to be YouTube if it's, player for publishers, but okay, yeah, it has YouTube on it. This seems
You
to
get
me
to
like
put your own ads on it.
like they have like a branding issue here, because I wouldn't want that to be YouTube branded if I was YouTube and I have no idea what ads are going to be on it or what. I'm like, okay, I get it. But on the other hand, I totally see where The Verge is coming from, where in their mind, this product has been degraded and they were using it. And that's just the nature of this. Everything's a subscription. Everything is as a service world that we live in, where whatever the deal was, it can just change unilaterally and it's not up to you. Like from my point of view, I don't even really see the product as degraded. If anything, I would think if I wanted video embeds on my site, not having YouTube branding all over it would be a plus. But if people like the YouTube interface and that's where they want to watch it and engage with other viewers, then yeah, I can see how it could also be a minus. I think this is I really see this one from both sides. Like I can definitely see why if you're using something and you like the way it works, like it could be something as simple as like the YouTube Creator Studio mobile app. Like it used to have a way that from the dashboard here, I could just slide in from the side and select which channel analytics I wanted to see. Now I have to click this, then click this, then click it. So they just like added extra clicks and I hate that. But I'm sure for someone it's like better this way. Maybe, I don't know, the mobile app development team, no offense, but you guys, you'd be better off if you just hadn't touched it for the last like 5 years. But that's a separate conversation. They've fixed some stuff, but they mostly just like have not improved the things that I think are actually important for interacting with your community. But yeah.
Last topic.
I would say that I'd be happy to have calls with you guys and, talk about ways that you could fix it, but we've done that and you didn't listen to any of it and now it's worse. Sorry.
Last topic?
I don't know. It's kind of boring. NVIDIA brings back GeForce Lan, so they're promoting probably a GPU, I would assume.
What? Wait, it features a 50-hour gaming marathon? That's a specific number.
And it'll be on an aircraft carrier and it's US only.
Oh.
Yeah, the last time they did one of these was a long time ago and they did an aircraft carrier LAN, so that was cool. For the 400 regular gamers who are allowed to go.
Yeah.
Or everyday gamers, sorry, was the term. Discussion question is epic whale LAN collab. Yeah, they'll bring the ship, we'll bring the whales.
The whales, yeah.
All right, what else are we doing today? I think that's it for topics. After
massages.
Dark? Are we after dark?
Yeah.
Oh, this is hilarious. Trending on X, Elon Musk pushed for OpenAI profit, new emails show. So you're not mad that they switched to for profit, you're just mad that they didn't do it for you. Oh.
I think he also did still want it to be open. He just also wanted it to make money, if I remember correctly. These aren't new emails.
Yeah. Oh, no, I know.
Maybe it's
trending right now.
Reinforcing or something,
Yeah,
but we've known this for a long time. You think Elon didn't want to make big dollars? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, that was quick.
I was waiting.
Ooh.
I wasn't sure if you're going to branch off into something else.
That's fair.
Bye, Sammy.
What is Sammy still
Why are
here?
you still here?
There's lots of people still here.
Oh, yeah, we started WAN show on time. It's only like almost 7, which is like pretty late or whatever, but like
very early for us.
Yeah, very early for us to be on After Dark.
Yeah.
Well, we don't got to get Luke home for 8.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're going to be home before 8 today.
Yeah, that's good.
You're not even going to need those chocolates. That wasn't even a joke. I don't even think...
Are those like... do younger people even know what those are?
After 8?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they wouldn't. They go to bed.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. No, I don't think we're going to stream Super Checks tonight. Luke's all salty because he's bad at it.
No,
he won't play with me anymore.
Okay. It's the Smash Bros problem, okay?
Yeah. Those Smash Bros.
If you I did screw that up. If you own Smash Bros or potentially Bros, and you play it a bunch, if say you go to the store with your friends and you buy Smash Bros and you go home and you play and it's all fun, and then they go home and don't play and you grind, and then they come back and you all play, it's not going to be fun. We played Super Checks and we streamed it one time. And the one time that we streamed it, Linus studied the tape like a collegiate athlete or something. and then like figured out how I play and jumped up in skill level a bunch, and then it like wasn't very competitive. And that's just so lame.
So in summary, skill issue.
It's so lame. My goodness. Oh man. You were already better.
Barely though.
Yeah.
And now I'm
but
way
that
better.
made it competitive and fun. My goodness.
I told you to study the tape too. I
don't
told
wanna
you.
do that.
I told you I was studying the tape.
Ridiculous. I told Yvonne. I tried to get him in trouble.
Linus is cheating by being better than me at everything.
That's not true.
No, there's lots of things he's better than me at. The usual curve is that if we fire up a new game,
Depends on the topic.
I am better than Luke for like 25 minutes, maybe less, and then he is better than me forever after that.
It depends on the type of game.
That's usually how it works, though.
Depends on the type of game.
That's usually how it works.
There are some I think it would take me extreme amounts of time to catch up to you in Super Commander.
The Supreme Commander?
Supreme Commander.
Oh, yeah, no.
Super Commander.
It would take you like tens of hours.
Yeah. At least.
Yeah. But
what are you snickering at, Dan?
But that's a game that I have so many more hours in. So if we actually look at the curve from the moment of starting to play, you're probably better than I was at that period.
Well, because Linus said tens of hours, not hundreds of hours. So it was like a slight compliment, I think.
Yeah, well, no.
That was what
No, I have like many hours in that game, like back when it came out and stuff. And it's the kind of game where like there's so many variations in strategy that the only way to be good at it is to have played a ton of matches.
The skill ceiling is like infinite, so being good at it in tens of hours is fine. Yeah.
One of the most wild things to me is because we've played like on the internet with internet people before. One of the things that like hurts my brain is that you're so much beyond like myself and your son, who will play you sometimes, that he seems like a god to me. And then we'll play against internet people and he'll get stomped, and I'm just like,
oh, dude, I'm not even good.
Like
I was pretty good in like 2007 or whatever.
Right. And then those people, some of them still play.
Yeah.
That's how I feel playing Factorio. Like I've got nearly 1,000 hours and I'm like bad at it. There's some people who are just bonkers.
Yeah. The one that hurt me that way for forever was Joe and I used to play the crap out of Rocket League. We were very good at Rocket League. Diamond in Rocket League. Champion at one point in Rocket League. But a specific type of Rocket League.
Oh, the hockey one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We go to try to play with the soccer ball. I had no idea what was happening. Nothing worked at all. I was so lost. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways.
Okay. Well, let's get some merch messages in here, guys. Any memories you care to share about the PC you built in the Denver Micro Center? I go there a lot, and some people still remember your visit.
Was that the weird, like, we water cooled it wrong one?
What?
I think it was. We built like a super weird. I was trying to come up. Oh, hey, I'm reminded of this. We sponsored DIY Perks. Let's go watch DIY Perks' video after this.
Nice.
Yeah, he did like a weird surround sound laser thing. It came out today. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but
I watched this before work.
Dude, his videos are so sick.
Let's go.
DIY Perks is my idol.
Sponsoring all the coolest YouTubers. We are a sponsor of DIY Perks. Let's go.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, what was I searching for? Micro Center. I don't know. Here, let's see if we can find this. So this one was fun, but this one was in California. Dude, if I was a conspiracy theorist, I would think this video is staged. Like how perfectly the whole thing turned out, it 100% was not. She just happened to be the first person who asked us about that PC and bought it for $20.
I don't think I've seen that video.
Oh yeah, this is the one. Yeah, we just built like the stupidest computer. I forget why. Oh yeah, because I think it was because it had to be their demo. So I was like, this is hilarious. I should like build it wrong. So I put like really weird like cooling stuff in it and stuff.
That's such a Linus move. You have to display this forever.
Well, they dragged me all the way out to Denver.
Oh my god.
Look, I made a butt.
Oh my goodness. That's great. Oh man.
Anyway, yes, I remember that. I remember the team being a lot of fun. I remember them being super cool.
Cool. Nice.
No, I'm not talking bad about Denver. I'm just saying it's far away.
He doesn't like traveling.
Yeah. Okay.
I understood immediately.
What are Linus's mods on Beat Saber?
Oh, just like better song search and like leaderboards and like I don't care about any of the mapping extensions or anything like that. I just like to hit nodes. So I'm super boring and vanilla when it comes to Beat Saber modding. It already breaks often enough that I like keep it minimal.
Are you able to share how successful your Black Friday week was? For example, how many screwdrivers you sold?
I don't know. Sure.
Be careful how you do so.
It's
your decision to do so.
Yeah.
Luke, should I not curate these types of messages anymore?
No, I mean, it's his company.
Is it though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shut up, Luke.
Ooh. Let's see if I can find the. Did someone just kill my internet? I just got logged out of my G Suite. Did somebody just do that?
Luke,
My hands haven't even moved. It wasn't me.
it's AJ.
AJ's here though.
What? What the heck?
I'm so sorry. Shopify went down. Oh no.
I'm not saying he did do that. I'm just saying he could.
Here we go. Post event summary. .docx. I'm not going. Don't worry. Relax.
That would have been horrible.
Relax. Okay, so we beat our revenue forecast by 30%,
Which is enormous.
which is huge. A big part of that was down to the deals we were offering, the hard work that the team did to get. Hold on, I'm just going to open this with Google Docs instead of the preview. Huge shout out to the team. Man, it's one of those things. It's a double-edged sword. I want to call out individual contributors, but I don't want to miss anybody because then if I do, then it's like double suck.
That gets really rough, to be honest.
But I will say that the team at CW, so Sarah, Artie, worked especially hard on like the landing pages and newsletters. Artie worked really hard with the production team on a couple of shorts.
Also awesome.
Like that super long shaft one.
Genuinely just performed really well videos.
Yep. Those were just good videos. Huge shout out to the entire Creator Warehouse team, like obviously the design of the products, packaging, like everything, but also like Nick and Dave, who worked on a lot of the like nitty gritty of the promotions. But anyway, so how'd we do? We beat our forecast by 30%. Hold on, key results. Let me just see if I can find a thing here. The float plane early access was hugely impactful. We drove almost 1,500 new float plane members with that. That was super cool. Key offers and recipients. The email e-blasts performed really well. We apparently had a 58% open rate on our email campaign, which is like
enormous.
What?
I don't even remember the last time I opened a marketing email from anyone.
And an 18% click-through rate, which is like, if there's any people who work in that industry, let people know in the chat how mind-blowing those numbers are.
That's absurd.
One of the things that I've pushed really hard about our newsletters is that we don't spam people. We like send meaningful newsletters so that they're good. We also saw very, very little abandonment or like a deregistration from our newsletters. So yeah, let's go. Challenges. We had some promotions of our products go live with influencers for stuff that we didn't have in stock. That was funny. That's one of our challenges. But it was what it was. The timing was what it was. We wanted to sponsor these creators anyway, so we don't see that as a huge deal, even though we obviously could have sold a bit more stuff if it was in stock. I think we moved through about... I don't want to give this to you guys wrong, so I'm going to say I think we moved through about 20,000 screwdrivers.
Kuro Setsuna in full plane chat said normal open rate is about 10% and click-through is 1%.
Yeah.
Also, Beltrix said 18% is meh, and that's just not
actually
true.
Stupid.
And what are you doing, Linus?
Sorry?
What's your click and open?
For Black Friday, Cyber Monday?
Open was 58 and click was 18?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's insane.
More than half of a marketing email sent out was opened. That's nuts to me, personally.
That is completely obliterating like industry standard numbers. Mystery Screwdriver was a huge success. So we moved through some inventory of screwdriver colorways that were not selling particularly well. What was really surprising to me about the event was the aftermath. I was expecting a huge hangover on LTT store sales.
Not so much?
It didn't. No, it just didn't happen.
Oh.
As soon as the sale ended, sales were as good or better than before the event started. And then they've been kind of like creeping kind of like up since then. It's just, I guess, like
that's wild.
Just people in the shopping mood. It
is that time of year.
One thing that was funky was that Black Friday was really late this year. It was like almost as late as it can be. So I think there's just been a lot of pent up like shopping that people just weren't doing because they were kind of waiting on Black Friday to go. So anyway, there's a little bit of inside baseball, you guys.
Raiden428 in full plane chat said 58% is borderline sus. Congrats. And honestly, that's where I keep getting stuck onto it. I don't really... Do you opening marketing? Like, how did we get over half of people to open a marketing email?
Because it's really good. They're good deals. What do you want from me? People were buying backpacks that came with a keyboard in it.
That's pretty cool.
Like, what do you want from me?
That's pretty cool. Did it come in the back?
No.
Oh, man.
No, it shipped separately.
That would have been such a pain to do.
I have actually...
Oh, my goodness.
I have actually pitched, like, maybe someday, if we discontinued the backpack and we only had, like, a handful left, doing, like, a loot box sale where you buy a backpack.
Might show up in a backpack.
No, you buy a backpack, and then the staff at Creator Warehouse, like, inventory, just, like, put a bunch of stuff in it, as much stuff that fits in it, and just ship it.
Wow.
And just like you get whatever's in it. I don't know. The logistics of doing something like that are completely stupid. But
okay, here's
it'd be pretty funny.
Here's an additional part of my argument. Like, I have a feeling a lot of people are just like auto filtering newsletters even. Like 58% open rate is crazy.
But we specifically drove people to sign up for this communication. Like, that's part of our communication philosophy, is that we are not sending people anything they don't want.
Yeah.
So that's why the regular newsletter, I've stressed to the team that it's supposed to be content, and any promotional materials need to live alongside content.
It's opt-in only. Yeah, okay.
And then when it comes to our heavy promo newsletters, we used to have it set up so that you were only signing up for that event and that event only. We changed our T's and C's so that now it's our like heavy promo newsletter list. But that newsletter list is still, we still treat it as sacred. It's a sacred cow. You don't slaughter it because it's tens of thousands of people with an open rate like that. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah, you don't screw that up.
It's crazy.
I think the reason why I'm reacting the way that I am is because, especially, I think more than ever, this holiday season, when I bought Christmas gifts, stores just started spamming me.
Yeah.
Like, there was one store that the day I bought something, I got 4 to 5 emails from them.
Yeah. And people, they violate the crap out of can spam.
Incredibly not okay.
Because like we have a supposedly super strong anti-spam laws here in Canada, but apparently there's just no enforcement. Like I was getting text messages, emails from companies I haven't engaged with in ages. Delta Force Paintball, who I left that 1-star review for, sent me a bunch of stuff. Just like, you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we are not into that. And that doesn't mean we'll never do like a cart abandonment email here and there or whatever else. But when it comes to like our promotional newsletters, if you get an email from LTT Store, I want you to be like, ooh, something good could be in there.
Yeah.
We work hard. We work hard for that.
Someone asked, this is an interesting question. I don't know why I haven't dove down this rabbit hole before, but Rysaw said, how do you measure that an email was opened? So we're not doing the measuring. It would be some type of analytics tool. I'm assuming that what they're doing is there's like a picture in there, and when the picture is served to you, they know.
I don't know. It's a whole
but
thing.
honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, I've never
Hidden
actually listened
pixel,
to that.
correct, says Zoe.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. It's just a pixel, not a picture. Okay.
Trackers. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, Dan.
Makes
Hi.
sense. It's just I never thought about it.
Hi, LLD. I started a new job as tech support manager at a small streaming service.
Oh, cool.
I just got tasked with also managing inventory, shipping, and receiving, and I'm having trouble finding balance. Any advice?
You have 2 jobs, at least 2.
Dramatically different ones too.
Yeah, I think there needs to be an honest conversation about getting you more resources, because you can't really find balance when you have 2 jobs. I mean, based on that they're a small streaming service, it sounds like they're probably a small company, but yeah, I think you should basically tell them, well, look, here's the situation. I have 2 jobs. Do I have 2 times the salary? And obviously you can't present it in exactly that way, but there needs to be sort of a plan. Can we put together a roadmap where either my workload stabilizes to something resembling one, role, or is there going to be some kind of compensation adjustment do I have approval to hire resources to help to balance this? Like what is our plan to get things to some semblance of normal? Or will I literally be given double the compensation to work twice as many hours? Because these are the only 3 paths that are going to get us to.
Or the quality of both is just going to suffer. And like I think mentioning that bit, being like basically inevitably this is going to happen.
Like,
So
I'm doing my
pick
best.
one of these other routes.
I'm doing my best. I care about my
Yeah,
job. I'm
yeah.
working hard, but I am
of these plates is
frustrated.
gonna fall.
Yeah, I am frustrated by the fact that I don't have the time to do things to the level of quality that I believe got me this promotion in the first place.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be a disappointment to both of us. Frame it as a help me help you.
Yeah. Good advice, Linus.
Thanks.
Wow.
There's a change.
You've done this for a while.
Yeah. It's almost like I've had conversations with people who are wearing too many hats recently.
Hi.
Nick from the lab? Yeah, that's crazy.
How many
I had
titles
that
do you have,
conversation too. 3, I think.
Hi, LTT. Do you guys know if the LTT water bottle has any type of synthetic coating or lining on the bottle interior? The gloss around the mouth of the bottle seems almost unnatural.
Not that I'm aware of.
Gloss around the what?
Is it just polished?
Oh, yeah, that's just polished metal, bro. Yeah.
Just looks nice.
Yeah. All good.
If it's stamped, that might be from the tool.
Oh.
It's like injection molding,
Yeah.
the surface finish. Next up is for Luke. I'm a business owner starting a custom software project and hired a full-time recent graduate dev. Okay. How do I ensure he's making progress on the projects and not playing Starfield all day? Well, you shouldn't have hired him if he plays Starfield at all. So.
Do check-ins. Ask to see progress. There's a difference between something in prod and something in like a local environment. Get him to show you what's in his local environment, what he's touching at the time. That doesn't mean it's going to be actually necessarily close to ready. Again, I just said there's a difference between what's in the local environment and what's in prod. Do not go down the route of trying to count lines of code or things like that. But there's also no reason for someone to have no commits in a week. Like there's different things that you can kind of look at. There are you could have a developer on your staff that works in the negatives in regards to lines of code who is potentially your most valuable person. Lines of code is a bad metric. And you hired a new grad, so expect them to need learning time. Ask them, be communicative about what they're doing. And if what they're doing is learning, that might be legit. But talk to them about what they're learning. Like engage with them about what they're doing. Care and pay attention, and it should be fine.
If you could develop one LTT version of a core computer component, CPU, motherboard, storage, etc., what would you pick and why?
Motherboard.
Yeah.
Because it's like the most sort of visible one. It would look cool. I'd make a cool looking one.
I feel like you could also actually potentially have some impact there that is cool.
Yeah, like more PCI slots.
I don't think we're going to make a better GPU.
How about any PCIe slots?
Oh, please, please. Hello, Linus. I have been extremely excited about LTT USB-C cables. Can you talk about anything that makes them stand out and what went into their development?
Man, we sourced cables from so many different manufacturers. We debated endlessly the validity of our product as one that needs to exist. I have pushed extremely hard for the creation of our cables. They don't make any sense in the current landscape because they're going to be expensive because every individual conductor has its own shielding. Like they're a coaxial style cable rather than a twisted pair style cable, which adds bulk, which is not desirable.
Yeah, that's going to be really thick.
Adds weight, which is not desirable, and it adds stiffness, which is not desirable. However, we're able to counter some of the stiffness by using like that really nice hobbyist grade, like silicone outer sleeving.
Yeah.
And what we get for going with a coaxial style cable is we get really great signal integrity and really great power delivery.
It'll still be cheaper than audiophile cables.
And it will still be cheaper than audiophile cables. And that's kind of our whole thing is like we price things at what they cost to buy a premium product, but not what people obviously are paying for snake oil luxury products. But yeah, it costs more than some and
you might not want that, and that's
cheap JFGKXY tech cable on Amazon, right? So that's what we're making. We are making really nice in-spec cables with good signal integrity and good power ratings. And that's it. That's all there is to it. We're not going to make any kind of claims that aren't true about them. We're just going to tell you exactly what speed and what wattage they run at right on the connector. And that's it. I'm very excited.
Hi, WAN.dll. Are there any technologies that you thought would fail but were actually successful? Here's mine. I thought dual slot GPUs were janky and would be rejected by the market. But boy, was I wrong.
I thought that AIO coolers were kind of a gimmick. But the thing that I underestimated was the aesthetic component of people posting showcase builds. And especially, I underestimated the importance of them in shipping systems.
Yeah.
Shipping a Noctua NHD 15 in a completely built system is not a good idea, period. And so you have to go all the way back to the Asetek LCLC, the low-cost liquid cooling. Like it was originally developed as just like a cheapo solution to get something cooled cheaply with water. Like it was not a premium product at all. So this is the original OEM Asetek version that pretty much everyone and their dog licenses because it's patented. I think Asetek and then Coolit owned patents on it or something like that. So unless you license from one of them or you found a workaround, that's pretty much what you're stuck with. And what's funny about it to me is that when the Asetek LCLC, look at this. When the LCLC launched, it was not particularly well received because it really didn't perform that good. So here's the LCLC compared to just a basic cooler. What's that Silverstone NT06? It's not, Silverstone's not even this is not a particularly well-regarded cooler from a not particularly well-regarded cooler brand. Okay, this is the Pro. But whatever, it's just a basic, not even tower cool, downdraft style cooler.
Yeah.
So the LCLC is nothing special, really at all. And then it wasn't until Corsair.
Well, are they cooling a GPU?
I don't know.
I think they're cooling a GPU. So
it doesn't matter. That particular review they might have been, but the point is that it didn't perform particularly well. And it wasn't until the Corsair H50 came out that all of a sudden people got enthusiastic about it. And I still to this day have not really been able to figure out why people went from being so tepid about it to being impressed by it when all that was changed was that one of them was branded Asetek LCLC and one of them was branded Corsair. And you can actually see, like, the comparison is only against the stock cooler. And even then, like, it's obvious that if you just had like a decent cooler in here, this would not look very impressive.
I really think it was just nobody heard about it until it was Corsair branded. And then when it was Corsair branded, they're like, I can have water cooling. And they didn't look at the graphs and they just bought it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But that was basically how AIO coolers started, was as a complete nothing burger that no one kind of cared about, other than that you could get your GPU temps down, which is kind of nice. And then it turned into their high performance coolers, and they have never at any point really outperformed high-end air coolers meaningfully for most people. There are cases where like a triple AIO is going to outperform all but the giganticest, bulkiest of air coolers, but not much.
For me, this isn't really, it is a technology, but it's in a specific use case, I guess. The massive price jump that came with like addressable RGB fans. I thought the community was going to be like, I don't care.
Oh.
But because of the price, I guess, is
they
why. They cared. They really did.
They cared hard.
Like $120 for 3 fans. Like, when I saw that, I was like, and then everybody bought it. Okay. Guess I am wrong. Sounds good.
Linus, how do you manage your kids' game time at home? I find that the 30-minute rule doesn't work, but I still want them to have fun.
They earn game time for extracurricular activities. So if they do, I think it's an hour of extracurriculars, they get 45 minutes of game time or something like that. And then if they are buttheads or whatever, then they lose game time. They're like grounded from game time. So pretty much like that.
Dear Linus, Dan, and Monsieur...
One sec.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Do you know, if you blanket ground them from game time for a certain period of time, do you notice a reduction in the activities that earn them game time?
No, not really.
That's cool.
Yeah. They're pretty good kids, actually.
That's good.
My kids are mostly not buttheads.
Cool. Sorry, keep going.
No. Dear Linus, Dan, and Monsieur Lefernier, external drives will list a USB speed and a drive speed. For example, we could have 10 gigabits per second and 3,500 megabytes per second. How do we know which one is actually the drive speed?
The one that is 5 gigabit per second or 10 gigabit per second is the USB speed, and the other one is the drive speed. That's a really good question. It never even like occurred to me that if you have no context for these numbers, you'd have no way of knowing which is which. I
never really thought about it before, but yeah.
It's also, I can see how, okay, those particular numbers are obviously conflicting because 3,500 megabytes a second would be like 3.5 or like 4 gigabit or 40 gigabit or something like that. Like it's not, like those numbers would not be on the same package, but
that's a PCI Gen 4 NVMe drive, right?
Something like that.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
What can a newbie data engineer do to better help the team? This past year, my name has been sent to different teams on the project to be of help, only to be ignored or rejected for inexperience.
Jump in. Look through the code base. Try to see if there's things you can help with. Attend the meetings.
Be ready to accept that if you like kind of suck and aren't ready to contribute, that you need to find more experience. Ask people what you should do to pursue that experience.
If they're not giving you things, listen in the meetings to the things that people don't want to do, and then try to grab those.
That's such key career advice. Like, be the indispensable person who does the stuff that no one else wants to do, but don't be stuck there forever. Yeah,
it's just you're working on becoming liked on a team. Like, people want you to be on the team, and then you can try to ditch the garbage jobs eventually. A common one is if your team has some amount of code coverage. Basically, no one likes doing code coverage. So if you volunteer to do some of the code coverage and then you don't do a horrible job of it, most people in my experience would like that. If they do have a requirement of doing code coverage, not everyone does. For tests, to be clear.
More?
Yeah, do
the
it.
first comment I see in response to that is code coverage sucks. Exactly. So volunteer to do that.
Do their documentation.
Yeah, like this is if you make one of their lives like way better due to you being on the team, they're probably going to want you there more. And then, eventually you work up to being a peer instead of just doing their dirty work.
It's also a cheat code to understand what they're doing.
Yeah.
Hello, DLL from Scotland, making a tricky question to answer, but when doing collaboration videos like the one with Electro Boom, how do you typically split the video revenue? Love the show.
Oh, that's a good question. So I read this in advance, so I already have this ready. We've done a few collabs with Electro Boom. Mehdi is amazing. The first one we did was Can Static Kill Your PC? And in this case, we uploaded our video, which was edited by our editors and shot by our camera operators and scripted by our writers. And we kept 100% of the revenue from that. And Mehdi uploaded this video, which was his separate video, kind of featuring me as a talent in the video as well, but with his own writing, his own editing, and he kept 100% of the revenue from that. So it is a tricky thing because it's kind of unspoken. Like nobody really wants to be the one that's like, hey, who gets the money when you work together on a collab? I think by and large, the YouTube creator community is
make it beneficial for both sides.
Is pretty common good minded, pretty magnanimous about the way that they approach collabing. Collabing is an inherently win-win thing, or at least it's supposed to be. There have been cases that have not been.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, what I was going to say was I'm sure there's exceptions to the rule. But honestly, in all the experience I've had seeing this both externally and internally, no, I don't think anyone's even asked ever.
But I mean, one of the things that I go out of my way to ask is like, hey, what do you need out of this?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you need me to be available to help you with a video? Like Ludwig, for example, he just like came up here. He wanted absolutely nothing in return. I'm like, okay. And,
Can we do something?
But when he called me up to do bro versus bro, I'm like, yeah, I'm there. So
and owed him one.
So yeah, so there's kind of an unspoken, hey, did this transaction make sense for everybody? Okay, it's tied in a neat little bow. Nobody really owes anybody else a solid.
On.
But there's also an unspoken, hey, that really benefited one of us more than the other. Does either of us kind of owe the other a solid? So the wireless ESD straps, Mehdi just was like thrilled with the first collab and loved it and just was like, yeah, I want to come do another one. And so I kind of owed him a solid. So when we were trying to do an upgrade for somebody and we were thinking of a creator that we'd love to do an upgrade for 10 months ago, we were like, oh, why don't we do a tech makeover for Mehdi?
Pretty local too, which helps.
Yeah. So that was the way those ones worked. We kept 100% of the money from these, but Mehdi got a sick tech upgrade and very helpfully came and
some speed holes in his walls.
Some of his fun gadgets for us to play with. And I think that's all the videos that we've collabed on. Yeah, so Mehdi's super cool, and is, I think, a perfect example of how, without asking for anything, he gives freely of his time and expertise, and I would like to think we try to take a similar approach, and everyone was happy, as far as I know. I mean, we're still on speaking terms, so...
Yeah. Met him and his family down at Open Sauce. Super cool.
Yeah, so cool.
Awesome people.
Yeah. Just like actual good people that you should feel good about supporting.
Yep.
Hey, Linus. I like that you have a CPU tower in one room and runs of cable to 3 other rooms. What is the current best cabling to run for this purpose? Previously, I've run HDMI and USB 2.0 or 3.0 for this.
I've been okay happy with my DisplayPort, but I sometimes wish that I had run HDMI just because I find it can be a little less flaky about picking up a signal when the system's already running, HDMI that is. Other than that, man, USB is tough. As long as you only need to do USB 2 over Ethernet is fine, but if you want to go really long distances over optical, you have to use these like expensive media conversion kits and stuff, and it gets kind of tricky. How long did they say they were going again? To 3 other rooms.
No, that's what
Yeah,
you
didn't
do
say
to
how
3
far.
other rooms.
Previously, I've run HDMI and
So
USB
what are
2.
your run lengths?
Mine are in the neighborhood of around 50 to 60 feet, I think.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I misinterpreted this. I, like you, have my CPU tower in one room and runs of cable to 3 other rooms.
Got it. Yeah, best cabling is, the cost is tough for USB. Because you either have to do individual fiber. I would say, Infinite Cables has a lot of really good products for this. I would definitely endorse their products in general, and then I would probably go fiber optic USB to a dock, and then I'd probably go HDMI right now, but we're on the verge of GPUs that support newer DisplayPort standards, like the new UHBR standards. I don't know how many UHBR cables exist yet, though, so that's something you'd probably have to look into for yourself, but I've been very happy with Infinite Cables. Jake would be proud. I promoted Infinite Cables.
Shout out Infinite Cable.
Yeah.
Do you think anyone will create SSD technology that will be as good as 3D X-Point?
No. Someday, maybe, but it looks like we're on NAND flash for the time being. I miss Optane. Actually, I don't miss Optane. I have Optane in my machine at home. I treated myself to an Optane. I was like, I'm gonna have an Optane, and now I do. I don't even have a current gen 40 series GPU. I went AMD because
That was out of spite.
I had to go AMD. Yeah, it was.
You didn't go Optane out of spite.
No, I didn't. I love Optane.
They're so expensive.
They're a lot cheaper now.
Oh, man.
Hey, DLL, what are your opinions on all the different types of screen protectors? Plastic, glass, and liquid. My family keeps asking me about liquid screen protectors, and I don't know what to tell them.
Well,
Tell them glass?
hold on.
We did a thing.
It actually works surprisingly well.
It did. But still.
I have no idea if this brand or product even exists anymore.
Probably not.
Here it is. 12 years ago. Let's go.
What a thumbnail.
I know, right? Real world test. Dragging phones behind my motorbike.
Linus Tech Tips in the title.
I know, right? Freaking wild. So here you go. Liquid armor, invisible, whatever. Here's some dummy phones, and
This is me filming.
yeah.
Notice how I don't zoom.
Yeah. He just walks. Look at him walk. That's a Luke foot. Put that on your weird foot fetish website.
Yeah, I had those stupid white shoes for so long.
And then he had to run because I was on a motor vehicle. And then we inspected them and we found that they were
Why did we do a BlackBerry?
they were just dummy phones.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just the keys.
This filming quality, is this the best it can do? Oh, no, here we go. Okay.
Look at those shoes.
Oh, those are motorcycle boots. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
But yeah, we found that
What are those?
you could actually, the film was still on there.
Focus on the ground, Luke.
The liquid was still on there. Yeah. Luke doesn't,
I don't think I ever touched the focus.
No.
It just was what it was.
Yeah, it was what it was. It was raw. It's raw. This is a different time. Okay, it was a different time.
The camera that I learned on, was it that you couldn't change the zoom? No, you couldn't change the focus, right?
Yeah. I don't think it had manual focus.
Yeah.
It was.
And there's a scratch on the lens anyway.
Incredible. You've come so far.
No.
No, I mean the company has come so far.
Okay. I was like, I never got better at filming.
You work in IT now.
Yeah.
This is what we were using at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Stereo microphone. Let's go.
Yeah, I think ours was white or something though, wasn't it?
Nope.
Oh.
Not even a little.
What was that
I
camera?
remember some white.
SX1 IS. Oh, the good Optane deals on Newegg seem to have dried up. I was just checking. There was a while there where you could get some pretty sick Optane deals on just old Optane drives, but it does not appear to be a thing right now.
I think
Do you know how
Wendell
many?
blew that up.
Do you know how many of those cameras you could buy with the 3 that we're doing on WAN Show right now?
A lot.
114.
Well, let's use them for a change then. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
We should do Matrix bullet time. Just buy an incredible amount of those cameras and just put them all.
I want to get PTZ in here so that we can have one camera and then it can move and zoom between you guys.
PTZ?
Point tilt zoom.
Oh.
Or pan tilt zoom.
Pan tilt zoom.
Point
Yeah,
tilt
yeah,
zoom. What are we
yeah,
even talking
yeah,
about? Hey, there's deals on eBay though. $350 for a 1.5 terabyte data center drive.
Dang.
Let's go.
Oh, I just wanted one for my swap drive.
Oh, well, just get these little guys. These little guys are cheap. They're cheap. But yeah, I treated myself a little while ago to an Optane.
That's nice.
Yeah. I deserve it.
Yeah.
Okay, what are
Are
we
you
talking
thinking
about?
about the SI2 that was silver before that?
We never had one of those.
We had some camera that was white.
We had some like Sony Handycam silver thing for
Maybe
NCIX
that's what I'm
tech tips.
thinking. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Hey, WAN.dill. Question for all three of you. What has been your favorite tech or related product that has had a big influence in your daily lives this year?
Daily? Oh, my Snapdragon laptop. It's not perfect. It has problems occasionally, but the battery life is a game changer for me. There, I'm going to go with that. Daily life.
It has to be tech, not software. Tech.
Favorite tech or related product? I would say software is related to tech. Luke really likes the new lid for our water bottles.
Mm-hmm.
No, he doesn't. He whined about them.
I like a lot of other things.
The reviews are really good, though. People like them.
That's good.
They're easy to clean.
That is good.
They're sanitary.
That is good.
Luke's just not a guy who cares about sanitation.
No, I just already cleaned my water bottle.
No, I get it. I get it. You're just a dirty boy. A dirty chicken boy.
I need to start eating
Dirty
something
chicken.
else. I can't. I gotta escape this whole chicken thing.
You could move to poultry.
You'll never.
Christmas bird.
Christmas bird. Yeah, you could.
I don't think there's any particular piece of tech that had like an outstanding impact on my life this year, to be honest.
All right, then.
The laptop I have for work is super normal. Nothing else really changed. My computer got a lot cooler.
Yeah, he's a Bulbasaur computer. Does it like work now?
Yeah, it worked the whole time.
Well, no, you had issues with it at first.
Oh, yeah, whatever. I fixed those.
Okay, so
That's
it works
fine.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's still cool? Like all the
Yeah.
stuff still in it and everything?
Generally.
Oh,
There's,
yeah, okay.
some of the moss decided to leave.
Yeah.
And
And it was real moss, so like...
yeah. No, there's still real moss in there.
Yeah.
That is still green.
Oh, yeah.
Moss is crazy.
Yeah.
And there's some stickers that I had to trim, and every once in a while, one of the stickers will decide to join the fans, and then I have to trim it as well.
Yep, that makes sense. I mean, we did sticker bomb your fans, so...
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to do that again this weekend because it is ticking again.
Yep.
And it's doing the type of ticking that I know it's not actually bad. It's just a sticker in the fan.
Yep.
So I just got to go in there and shwip, and then it's fine. How about the 9 Pro? Don't I have an 8 Pro?
That shows you how much he thinks about it.
And I
How life-changing it was.
don't like it that much.
Yeah, all right, cool.
As someone who is the techie of the family, how do you recommend to handle overwhelming requests to fix various items and electronics?
Say no politely.
Sometimes also I need the opposite. My parents won't tell me when there's a problem with their computers. And I'm like,
Yeah, that's pretty
You've
funny.
been dealing with this for so long and you didn't say anything?
That's actually funny. Or when or worse, when they'll buy something without asking if it's any good, and they'll just buy absolute
Well,
garbage.
I didn't want to bother you.
Yeah,
It's like, no, bother
you're
me.
bothering me now.
This bothered me so much more.
Yeah.
Another one is you want to upgrade someone's computer, but they won't sort their files so you can get them a new drive. It's like, come on.
Help me help you.
Please. Oh, man. Emma's supposed to be on Geodude now.
Computer name.
Yeah.
His old Amethyst computer. Oh,
Yeah.
she won't just move her files?
No. To be fair, in her defense, commutes for 2 hours a day and is studying and is working full time. She has no time, literally at all. But you have a cool computer.
Yeah.
Priorities, man.
I know.
Oh, man.
Howdy, DLL. I recently bought my first D-brand skin this week due to the quality of your products, consistently promoting their brand. How did your relationship with D-brand get started?
I wanted a custom skin for an Xperia Z2 or something like that. D-Brand's head robot actually tells the story better than me because he remembers it a little better than I do. But basically, apparently, they moved heaven and earth to get one of those phones for me because Let me see if I can find the original email chain. Dbrand. Because like they were basically like just kind of a starting out brand. Oh, this is hilarious. I just found a vacation responder to Dbrand. Can't reply to your email. Having a baby. Regarding Dbrand custom Linus Tech Tips Xperia Z2 giveaway. So why did they reach out? Here's a to-do list I sent to myself. Here's a to-do list from me to Nick? That's just like stuff to do. Switch to Z2, employee evaluation form. Man, this is wild. This is crazy. Patriot Project? What even is that?
Review Luke sample guide?
I don't know. Roomba script? Did I ever review a Roomba?
Channel super fun. What is the last word there? Gilly?
Yeah, Gilly.
Oh, yeah! I forgot about that.
I spelled
whole
Gilly
episode.
wrong. This is great. Sorry. Old emails are hilarious.
I love doing that every once in a while.
Okay. Oh, okay. Here's the outreach. Oh, this is so funny. Dude, you've never heard Dbrand this polite. Hey guys, hope this message finds you well.
Dude, this is old.
We're reaching out to see if you'd be interested in doing a giveaway of a custom Linus Tech Tips branded Xperia Z2. You can check out the different material types on our new website here. We've found that the Xperia Z2 is a prime candidate for our skins. The glass surfaces are prone to scratching, but they're also ideal canvases for textured skins. They apply easily and can be infinitely removed and reused. Oh, really? That must have been an old feature. If you're game, just let us know your delivery address and we'll get working on the custom skinned device. Talk to you soon. Signed, a robot. I said, that sounds appealing. Do you mind if I work the giveaway and Dbrand messaging into a review of the Xperia Z2? It would be similar to how I did this one. And I linked our HTC
You're
One
also way too formal. This is so old. Is this 2013?
2014. Hi, Linus. It would definitely work for us. Would the device be skinned throughout the entire review video? We'd obviously only ask that it is if you genuinely like the way the skin feels and the purpose it achieves.
Oh, nice.
Adorable.
2D brand from Linus. The device would be skinned throughout. Linus.
Okay.
Perfect. Can you send over a vector file with your logo so we can get started? Also, do you have any preference in materials? And this is great.
So you were starting to lose some attention span near the end there.
Yeah.
K send email.
Those big single letter K energy.
I handed off to Ed. Yeah. Wow. This is crazy. So apparently I've heard the story told such that they moved heaven and earth to make this happen because they were believed very strongly in influencer marketing very, very early on. That's
way ahead of the
Dbrand
curve.
did really well. They were way ahead. I guess they reached out before they even had one of these Xperia Z2 phones. I don't know why they reached out about the phone. Maybe I mentioned it on Twitter or something. I don't remember.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it started out very cordial and now it's devolved into what it is now. So,
So them sending you phones with skins on them to do reviews on is been there from the entire start.
Yeah, since 2014. Wow. And they've been really good at their product imagery and stuff, even way back then. There's an Xperia Z2 with, their cool kind of leather looking one, and they used to have a brushed metal one because that was cool back then, but it isn't now. All right. What else we got?
Few more here. Hey, DLO, longtime listener, first time live. What is your favorite or most interesting computer build that you've done or been involved with, including any you've had to disassemble to put back together?
Man, I don't know. We kind of did a video talking about a lot of these recently.
Yeah, maybe check that out.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to answer this question
What
is
is it
to just
called?
link you to a video.
Yeah. Or best builds or something.
Yeah, I think I can find it. Reacting to our best PC builds ever. This one right here.
Yeah, it's a good video. Reverse Linus' hair. It's a good time.
ILLD. Trying to get a deal on an RTX 4090 and tried eBay. There's many new cards for under $800 from China. I know it's likely to be a scam, but how would the scam work since eBay has buyer protection?
That's a really good question, and one I've actually been trying to figure out for a long time, because I've run into the same thing with like entry-level cards as well. We've covered those scam GPUs a number of times, and I get it when you're buying from somewhere that doesn't have buyer protection. And the way that those like cheap scam cards work is they are functional GPUs. They're just like old
That's what I was
crappy
going to
ones.
say. Are they just hoping that you don't know?
But with something like an RTX 4090, so the idea is that those scam ones, they like work well enough to work for a bit, and then, you know, give them time to get your money and like run away and disappear. Whereas with something like an RTX 4090, I don't really understand how that would work. Yeah, see, here's one. Here. So a supposedly new 4090. I don't know. Maybe I should buy one. Why don't we find out how the scam works?
There's a video.
Yeah. All right, sure. I'll buy this scam 4090 right now. I'm going to send this to procurement. And
Show my credit card.
But we're not mean, so that means he'll buy it on Monday.
please buy this. Okay. And then, let's see what happens. All right.
Cool.
People are saying no core, no VRAM, but like buyer protection. So like, should I get my money back? Probably, right? Oh, hey, PIA VPN. It was down there.
Oh,
There, it had our
like
vanity
the
URL.
banner was?
Yeah, the
Oh.
banner was there.
Oh, you just wanted to like say it?
Yeah, I mean they're our VPN sponsor. What do you want?
Okay. Hey, Daniel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nice.
they paid for this show too.
WAN After Dark. Ooh, there it is.
Oh, nice. Sick.
PIA, are they bros like Dbrand? No, they're bros in a completely different way.
Yeah, they really are though.
Yeah, they are just like, I don't know,
Who are you?
do whatever you want.
Here's some money, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
10 out of 10
kind of bizarre.
client.
Like Dbrand's very high touch. Whereas PIA is just like,
Hey, you have a portal login. Why are
yeah.
you talking to me?
promote it like however you guys think is good. Like, I mean,
We're paying you.
We're probably not going to watch it, so
yeah.
Take notes, every company.
it's actually like it's kind of wild.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Will the new WAN hoodie have the thumb section? My wife stole my old hoodie.
No.
I hope not. Yeah. Okay.
No, it's gone this time. Sorry, it was very polarizing, and we've decided to not have it this time.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Evening gents, ordered the precision screwdriver, and the AI told me that the bits from my LTT screwdriver would work. Not the case. Can you guys fix that? Because I trusted that. Lol.
Ugh.
You trusted what?
The
What
AI.
happened?
Apparently, our AI on the store
What?
or email must be email because we have email AI responses. Yeah, they are a different shank size. Sorry about that.
Hey,
I'm
sorry.
assuming that we'll take care of that.
Yeah, contact support.
Yeah.
Tell them you want a human. That is an option in the emails.
Yeah.
Hey, LTT, random business question. I recently took a position supervising 17 people, and it's tough to do efficiently.
Yes.
How many direct reports are you generally comfortable with managers having?
6 to 8. Luke.
Yeah, is that per company or?
Hey. Yeah, in that regard, I'm doing okay.
Yeah, but you have sub-managers, so technically you only have like one or two
No.
No.
That's not correct.
at
Let's
some company.
Let's just carry on.
That's not even true in one department.
He does well. I still think you should write a book on management. My best friend owns a recycling company and has offered me free parts to make my Hex OS server. What do I even want to consider when I get servers at cost per pound?
I would say energy efficiency. So rather than because obviously this is older stuff, right? So you're not going to be looking at like a 12 core processor or whatever. So if you're gonna have something that's basically just going to be a storage server, then I would say get something with fewer cores that uses less energy. Get the newest thing you can. I would look for something with PCIe slots so that you can put HBAs in, so that you can add more drives in the future. What else would you consider? I mean, if reliability is really important to you, maybe find an actual server that has a redundant power supply. Just
Nice.
could be loud.
Yeah.
In fact, Jake and I filmed a video this week. Oh man, we built the coolest server. We took one of our old 45 drive Storinators and we converted the front to NVMe, left 30 hard drives in the back, and then upgraded the back so that we could fill it with like PCIe to the front bay things, and then HBAs, and then we put a GPU above it just for compute that you can't even like access the rear IO of, and like we put Noctua fans in, and we put a custom front panel. Oh, dude, it's so cool. Anyway, the point is, what was I talking about?
Recycle computer stuff.
Power efficiency.
Oh yeah. One of the things that we did was I don't have a redundant power supply anymore. We just put in a high quality single power supply because the redundant power supply was so flipping loud.
That's probably okay. I would stress test the things that you're getting out of the recycling area.
Smart.
Burn in.
Yeah.
Couple more.
Hold on. A robot from
I was
D-Brand
going
is
to say, I
apparently
feel like this is from D-Brand.
Oh no.
watching the show. Can be infinitely removed and reused. For what it's worth, this statement genuinely did apply specifically to the Xperia Z2 due to the glass back surface.
Yeah.
Of course.
Low surface energy bond between the adhesive and the non-porous glass surface. Okay, thank you very much for the clarification. Didn't care, didn't really ask, but you keep doing stickers, you absolute mad robots.
Proud of what they do, you know?
Yeah. It's like, too long, didn't read. I'm sorry to hear that, or good for you. Whatever.
My God. Hey, DLL. Any more tall versions of the apparel coming soon for Luke, Dan, and I?
Sorry, what?
Are there more tall versions of the apparel coming soon?
In the last merch meeting, I advocated for something that's upcoming that is not getting a tall version, but I tried. Look,
Sure you did, but
minimum order quantities are hard, and they have to grade an entire another set of sizes.
How many of the how much total sales went through the tall blanks?
I don't know.
No? Okay. I wonder.
We
got our foot in the door, Dan. We got our foot in the door.
Yep.
The new blanks, I heard, not immediately maybe, but eventually maybe.
No, those are coming.
They're going to be talls, which might mean that we might have more colors than just the black t-shirt.
yeah, my understanding was that if the talls did
Baby steps.
okay, then they would
We'll
explore
get
more.
We're going to get more.
Baby steps. It's
We're going to
okay.
get more.
I saw someone ask about the like WAN sweater in tall size, and I was like, no, that's not good.
Oh, that's actually the one. Yeah, that's the one I was talking to them about. They said no.
I assumed
didn't
not.
expect
That would be
it.
brutal. That's a pretty complicated
That'd probably
garment,
be
isn't
pretty
it?
rough, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I appreciate that we're getting there and we're actually taking the baby steps now. I understand it's weird. I understand it's a little bit niche. It's nice to have some stuff that does actually like fit me though.
I know, we're working on it.
So it is cool. I do appreciate it. There's also the cargo pants we're getting in 32 length, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's exciting too.
Yep.
What's the waist?
Well, different waists.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So we're doing a whole nother sizing grade of the cargo pants.
Oh, okay.
Which, by the way,
Oh, cool.
I don't know what you're talking
That
about.
actually looks really sharp.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow, I really like that color. Actually,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow, that looks genuinely very good. It's like a purpley blue.
This is a very early sample and no promises.
It looks great though.
I get all kinds of stuff that just like never sees the light of day. So like, I don't know.
Yeah. I watched the Flowplane exclusive with Tatiana talking about like the socks and stuff. She was going over how you would send her different pictures and stuff. I was like, yeah, this all just sounds like Linus. This is all completely believable.
I've sent her some horrible pictures.
Oh, she said as much. Yeah.
Did she? Okay, I didn't watch that.
It was honestly a really good video.
Yeah, I have sent her some awful pictures that nobody should ever have to see. I was like, I'm all about consent, yo. So like, I was like, hey, I did not send you pictures of what this did to my feet because nobody needs to see that. And she's like, yo, for product development purposes, I actually do need these pictures. I'm like,
no.
All right, brother.
I don't know. I feel like she said not that in the video.
What? No, whoa, okay, hold on. Whoa, I take exception.
So.
I take exception to this. I take exception to this.
It's been a bit since I watched it, but I thought she was like, I don't need to see.
Hold on.
I don't need to see your blisters.
Whoa, what's going on with Miss Devich here? Hold on a second. Flagging for super soft. Flagging for. Hold on.
Careful what you're.
Hold on a second.
Careful what you're saying.
Socks.
Hold
on.
Don't think out loud.
I would not send people a horrible picture unless there was a reason. Here we go. Hold on. Oh, here, I found the thread. 1 session, 2 hours, and I have a picture of like what happened to the socks. They are immediately like scuffed. This was a sample that I rejected. You can see how they fuzzed.
Yeah, really
after
hard.
2 hours of playing badminton. I have uglier pictures on my phone of the red spots and blisters caused by the slipperiness of the insides. They slip like dress socks. They need to be less slidey. Can show you if you really want to see, but in a nutshell, it hurts. Lol. She says, this is Tatiana. Thank you for letting me know, although kind of disappointing from the vendor that the issue is not really improved. I'm going to schedule a call with the vendor to better communicate her requirements and that this cannot persist for her to continue sampling with them. Very professional emails. She was, I think, pretty new at that point. Hi, Linus. After relaying the above info to the vendor, they have some follow-up questions to better tackle this issue. 1, your shoe size and your routine movements during your 2-hour session. 2, they want photos of the whole sock, or just feel free to bring them tomorrow during merch meeting and I can take the photos to send out. 3, also, I want to know the position of the blisters and red spots on your foot to make adjustments to the design. Thank you for your help with this. I said size 8, attached footage of this Thursday session. I put it in my backpack. Photos of feet attached, not for faint of heart. I do not have nice feet, lol. She says, thank you for the warning, lol, and the video. I'll grab the socks from you tomorrow and send all of these points out to the vendor. She asked for it.
She asked for the position. She did not ask
but
for a photo.
I'm gonna put coordinates. I'm gonna put latitude and longitude on my feet.
30 degrees south.
I think sending the picture at that point is reasonable, but I am just saying she didn't technically ask for a picture.
I'll let you guys be the judge.
It's hard. Yeah, you can't do everything.
Anyway, Tatiana's great. She's doing a great job, and we do have
video.
a strong candidate. We do have a strong candidate for maybe an LTT Sock at some point.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yep.
Last one I've got for you tonight. Hey there, DLL. Getting the precision driver and bitset. I'm really looking forward to using them at work. What product that you created has impacted your work the most? What product that you created has impacted your work
that
the
we
most?
created?
Screwdriver?
Yeah.
Like I use it like every day.
Float plane.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Is that a product? I don't know.
I mean, it is kind of.
Oh, I mean, I love my Northern Lights desk pad. I've just like never thought about desk pads again after having the Northern Lights desk pad.
Yeah, me too.
Like the thickness is perfect. The woven edges is like looks good. Wait, did we actually do a newsletter for the first time in a while? How did we miss this? February and then November. Oh, this is cool. Yeah. I'm gonna say screwdriver. Yeah. Screwdriver. Dude, Screwdriver's been crazy. Screwdriver has like changed our company. Like, I think Nick was saying we are like well over 250,000 screwdrivers sold now, which is like, what?
That's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
It's like genuinely pretty nuts.
It's like, we're like a screwdriver company with like a media production team attached to it. Like it's crazy. We aren't. The media company is still the bigger one, but it's
big dog.
It's wild. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's also hilarious to see people still talking about how it's a $10, AliExpress, rebadge or whatever. Like on DIY Perks' video, he's promoting the screwdriver as part of the sponsorship, and like some of the replies are just like, I don't know how anyone could be gullible enough to buy that. It's like, I don't know how you could be gullible enough to read everything you read on the internet because someone lied to you, and you just have been uninformed for 2 years.
Yeah.
Enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there like I don't? So I'm trying to think like go watch reviews, and then I was thinking like, is there any actually negative reviews?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It's a good product. What do you want?
So like, yeah.
But some people are just like mad.
Yeah.
They're just like mad about that. They
I
don't
think
like
so.
that.
Yeah.
They just really want it to be bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You, manifesting does not actually work.
And again, it might be expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
It is expensive for a
It is.
screwdriver. Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
See you again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Bye.
Look at it go. Look at it go.
Nuts. You have to